What we do here is go back.
Woo! The pig intro's back.
Way!
I managed to track down all of the files and stuff.
Oh, are you on your new?
I don't waste my afternoons. I was looking for files with pig intros and shit intro music. Fuck yes! It's happy hour time, motherfuckers! I'm Kevin Logan, technological wizard. And joining me as ever, it would not be a show without her. It's German Bender. I mean, it's Christy Winters.
Guten Abend.
Good evening, Dr. General. How are you?
Yeah, General.
How you getting on?
Yeah, it's Friday. End of the week hasn't quite hit me that I don't have to go to work tomorrow.
Yeah.
So, yeah, they're kind of like, oh, yeah. But once in a while, I'll just like back into the weekend and sort of be surprised by it.
You're back into the weekend, Christy.
Like, oh my God, you're here already. Oh God, okay, yeah, sure, that's fine. I can figure something out.
Yeah, you just you back up into it, find how hard you got to work it.
Yes.
Yeah. That's what you got to do.
Work it. Isn't that a Missy Elliott song somewhere in there?
Yeah. Put your thing down, flip it, and reverse it.
Reverse it. And then literally just noise.
Noise,
not
just
real
noise.
words. Yeah.
Anyway, yes, that is, well, I prefer Pekimchu, because that actually kind of works.
Saw it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
That's good. It is amazing. Embrace the Pekimchu. Christy, what have you been up to in the 48 hours since we spoke?
Oh, well, I've got, I have a lot of book, I'm behind on my book schedule, my book club, and so I scheduled myself for 2 chapters over the weekend.
What book you reading?
Data Feminism.
Okay. Is that in a book group? What?
Yeah, so at work, someone was very cool and like organized a book group.
No. Time out. You can't say they're very cool, they organise a book group. Those two things are mutually exclusive. Trust me, as a person who's attended book groups, they are not cool.
In the first meeting, we had one cisgendered heterosexual man out of like 15 people, and then I don't think he's been back since.
Oh.
So we have trans representation and cis representation, but we don't have cis men's representation.
Yeah. What the fuck is that? How dare you? That is, somebody made a Kim Jong-il thing edit that looks like Pikachu by taking bits of his face and making Kim Jong-il into a Kim Jong-il the one that's now. The little fat cunt now, whatever his name is. The one who isn't dead, unfortunately.
Yeah. We watched that video last time.
We did. I was thinking about it, but I thought this would be a bit niche and look weird and people wouldn't get it. I was just going to have a ripped out fireplace.
That is funny. Can I finish what I'm doing, what I was saying?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay.
Sorry, I didn't realise you weren't finished. No, apologies.
And then sorry. So an attorney got in touch with me before I did the Colorado stream, and said, did they want me to? They want to be part of it. But I was like, well, I'll tell you what. If I have any questions, I can ask you, whatever. And turns out, skip to the end. They are coming on my show tomorrow evening, as long as I can get whatever their name is and schedule it before 7 o'clock my time. So there's going to be another discussion scheduled in the next 12 hours, 18 hours. That is a 7 o'clock thing about different points within the Colorado Supreme Court case going to the Supreme Court that I'm going to be doing. Okay. So yeah, that's my weekend.
Christy, if there are two things in the world that we love, Dick. It is boys and northern things.
Yes.
Right, and right in the sweet spot of that
are the northern
boys.
Are they back?
They are back. Robot Man, kick it.
Okay. And Kevin.
Go on, Kev.
Tell me.
Yeah, Kev's the demented motherfucker there, though. Yeah.
Oh, right.
I'm an electro-techno love dispenser. Came from a Chinese tech inventor. My heart got crushed by the pain of love, so now I replace that with a smoke detector. Make love for the lonely robot, pinanical, vaginical, mechanical man.
What? So bad.
Yeah, hang on.
Make love for the lonely robot, pinanical, vaginical.
I'm a mechanical man.
Nice.
Fair enough. Why is the screen that meant? Hang on, I'm going to refresh. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. Now it's working. Okay.
Okay.
Let's start again. Pretend this didn't happen. Okay.
I'm an electro-techno love dispenser. Came from a Chinese tech inventor. My heart got crushed by the pain of love, so now I replace that with a smoke detector. Make love for the lonely robot, pinanical, vaginical, mechanical man. I got a whole lot of love to love, but it's locked inside like a jar of jam.
What's your username? I'll save it in my database. Come and kick it with the robot gang. I wish I had a dick like a laser beam. I fired at your motherboard, 4 terabytes of RAM. Goddamn, mechanical man, can you scan me nads until the printer jams? Image of me stacking is free to use if you just subscribe to me monthly plan.
It's been a very long time since past connected. My robot BOGO sticks neglected. I make one move, then I get rejected. So now I gotta try through a different perspective. Robo, cyborg, super sex, artificially intelligent computer tech. Fuck my brain with your GPS, bitch. I wanna get lost in your super web.
Beam me up, Mr. Elon Musk. Adopt me as one of your robot sons. I promise not to try me best. You can feed me scraps and you can wipe me bum. YouTube button on my noggin when I wanna connect. Put both arms in a USB. See, it's a little tricky when I'm off me head to operate things that I've never seen.
You don't love me as the man I am, but would you love me as a robot man? You could never love me for me. I had to let you go and then it set me free. You don't love me as the man I am, but would you love me as a robot man? You can never love me for me. I had to let you go and then it set me free. Now I'm free. A beep boop, a password please. You need permission if you wanna touch me. Look baby, I'm the flavour of the month. Your loving is a cliff, I don't wanna take a jump. I'm on my own like a coat in a cloakroom. Boulder up the door, baby, leave me to my own doom. Let me shrivel on my own like a dry prune. Sweeping up the dust of your loving like an old broom.
Still liver, bit right thither. Message to me ex, but it won't deliver. Fuck that bitch, kids, tell your mother. The chicken going drown in a Wayfowl river. MP3 some with another digital lover. Embedded in the digital covers. Let's get loose, summer, why did you bandwidth? Can you handle this? All my digital brothers.
Baby, plug your naked body in my mainframe. Cyborg sex, you can call me my domain name. Penis or vagina, all the balls is all the same thing. Love me like a petal or just plow me like a freight train.
What was it? Plow me like a freight train?
Yeah, hang on. Penis or vagina or the balls.
Penis or vagina, all the balls is all the same thing.
It's all the same thing.
Love me like a petal or just plow me like a...
Love me like a petal or just plow me like a freight train. It depends what mood you're in, you know? Yeah. Thank you, Bilderberg, for his grant. 36 months. That is 3 years. That is, you need help.
Wow. That's longer than some relationships.
That's longer than all relationships. Well, certainly the love element of that. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've said it.
Freight train, you can do me like a brother in a porno. Throw me up the walls, baby, fill me Turn the whole bedroom to a war zone. Shoot me with your low, get it right up in my borehole.
Chuck me tiny guts up in a laptop case. Stick a telephone extender to the side of my face. You know they calling me the digi-widget lunatic. So here's a message, Mr. Gates, I'ma take your place. Micro rock made by Microsoft. I might microwave my tiny microcosm on the field. But it's gotta be cyber. Never had much luck with a human vagina.
You can love me as the man I am, but would you love me as a robot man? You can never love me for me. I had to let you go, and then it set me free. You don't love me as the man I am, but would you love me as a robot man? You can never love me for me. I had to let you go, and then it set me free. Now I'm free.
Dance for me, Robot Kevin, I'm free. Dance for me, Robot Kevin, I'm
Yes.
free.
Yeah.
Dance for me, Robot Kevin, I'm free. Just dance for me, Robot Kevin, cause I'm free.
Can I say that now when I want you to do the Gangnam Dance?
Dance for me, Robot Kevin. Is the new catchphrase of the channel. Dance for me, Robot Kevin.
Dance for me.
Should we do the wheel?
I guess you've got it set up, so why not?
Yeah, that was. Yeah, I
Right?
don't know why I asked. Like, there's an option for us to not do the wheel.
Yeah, let's just
I have spent time doing this shit.
start a live stream of
You know you can get those do exist.
I'm sure you do. Like, I haven't seen it, but I'm sure. Like, as soon as I thought of the concept, I'm like, goodness.
We can get like there was a really cool one from the Marine Life Centre place that used to show you like the otters something around 24-hour loop.
You could just do a 24-hour loop of my lava.
Well, yeah, but the lava lamp doesn't really have independent movement like the
No, but it has chaos. It's chaotic in it, so it's unpredictable.
What, and otters are predictable, are they?
Well, I mean, you basically like are going to see.
Why are you
otters.
bad-mouthing otters?
They might be asleep. You can't go 24/7 otters.
Sometimes they are.
Cruel.
To be fair, that otters are. They are. Well,
Yeah.
they're human. Yeah.
All right,
Adult
so
human
Bring
otters.
US your
the
holy
wheel-
rotation
yeah.
wheel.
I'm going to let go and let the wheel take over.
True.
The wheel's going to determine our lives for the next 3 hours.
True. Thank you, Crowman, with 300 bits. Much love to you. That is ludicrous. Oh wow! Straight up.
Okay.
No foreplay, ironically. Yeah, we're doing more from what's the safe word?
Because of me, we're running a sub kink positivity / education sub like genre in the show in the last several months.
You have made my suggestions a lot gayer.
Good. Thank you.
Like, yeah, that wasn't a
That's a
criticism. That was
really
just...
nice thing to say.
Yeah, no, you're welcome. You're welcome.
Aw.
Okay, so this is.
I got your ear.
Hang
Or
on.
Maybe.
Why is YouTube being absolutely sus as fuck tonight? Stop being a cunt. Sorry, I'm annoyed.
Yeah, be better than shitter. That's your only job.
It's probably me, but whatever. Anyway.
People still do that. Do people have kinks for that? Oh, I wonder. Oh, someone has a nose kink. That's right on the nose. Seatbelts, everyone. Because like, Hawk, if you love Magic
Oh,
School
should we
Bus.
pause this? Just a little.
Beep beep.
Hang on.
Do we need to like just explain what we're about to see for the people? Or do you
Well,
think
I
it's
don't
just
know what we're about
self-evident?
to see, so you would have to explain
Oh,
that for
right.
us.
Okay. Yes. So, one of the things that's very ubiquitous and it's sort of like a 101 in the kink community is the idea of safe words.
Yes.
Most people think a safe word is something like saying red, if they know anything about a safe word, or something like pineapple, right? And the idea there is you have to stop whatever you're doing, and the whole scene ends, and everything kind of like comes to a stop.
Yes.
And that is an option, but as well, I think Iska's talked about, there are a lot of ways that you can use safe words, and I think the best one that I've seen or proposed, the one that I use, is the stop light. So it's green, yellow, red. when you check in with your partner, if they say green, that means please, yes, go, go, go. If you check in and they say yellow, or the person you're with says yellow, it means pause. It doesn't mean you necessarily want to stop anything, but maybe you've got a cramp in your foot, maybe you're really drying for a sip of water. You don't need things to stop, but you do want to pause. Maybe you're just out of breath and you need like a few seconds to breathe again. If you've been doing 2 a minute for the last hour, you might need to yellow out for a few minutes just to catch your breath. Yes. That's a reference to the last video we watched. And red would mean then, yes, I not only want to pause, I need to stop. Whatever that is.
Right. Okay.
And the idea is to keep communication open and also, deliberately create a safe space for feedback, not only negative, but positive. And that's not something that's really introduced in vanilla relationships as a norm. And it's definitely not taught in schools.
Yeah.
But safe words are good for everybody, as we'll find out. So.
Okay. Cool.
Seatbelts, everyone!
Just roll the opening. Hello, and welcome back to What's a Safe Word? I'm Am, and in the last episode of really diving deep into a concept, we talked about primal play. But in today's Untied, we are going to dive into probably one of the literal foundations of BDSM, safe words.
I like the science of sex.
I had a thought. I was doing some research like you do, And I was on TikTok of all places looking at the kink talks of it all and happened to run into a TikTok including Hugh Grant talking about being into S&M for a very long period of time.
Well, I've been heavily into S&M for, 20 years now. I think so long as you have,
I couldn't take that accent seriously in a heavy situation. I couldn't.
Well, you don't know what accent he uses when he's doing.
Yes, you like that, don't you, dirty bitch? Like,
well, you're assuming that he's being the dom. He might be being the bottom.
Yeah, well, I don't know. Okay, he might be. I don't know.
Or he's the switch. So yeah, as our resident vanilla person, Kevin, I'm interested in your reactions. Like, I can't imagine that posh accent begging to be spanked.
Yeah, like I don't know. Maybe it's just because he's a posh knob. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever.
safe words. It's fun.
And that it is, Hugh. That it is. Being the sex positive nerd that I am, I looked at that and I was like, okay, Hugh, let's get it. But then also was like, how does Hugh know about safe words? How long have safe words even been around? And I started having conversations, not only with some friends, but went online and literally said, what?
How does Hugh know about safe?
Stop it.
He's a human, right? What do you mean, how does he know about safe words?
Americans are a little bubbled,
Yeah.
Like, you can definitely, if you ever see Americans, tourists, whatever, eventually at some point they're going to say, well, in America we do it like this, as if you fucking care.
Well, Christy, how would you even know someone was an American tourist? They blend in so well.
Yeah, and they never mention they're from America.
No, never. They're very quiet, very unassuming people.
What even is the etymology of a safe word? Where did safe words begin? How did they become a thing? Because when we talk about BDSM, the kink community being safe and sane and consensual, safe words are always at the heart of the context as well as the consent of it all, and are what we can kind of use.
Also, talking of tops and bottoms, just as an aside.
As you do.
As you do, indeed. I did see this, and I'll be honest with you, this surprised me. I didn't think this was going to be a thing, but apparently Nikki Haley tops Ron DeSantis for the first time.
Oh, well, hey, you know what? Ron, welcome to being on the bottom.
Ron, you know what? You're a short king who likes being topped. You do you, friend.
Yeah, embrace it. Stop repressing everybody.
Yeah, and stop being a fucking transphobic piece of shit.
Yeah.
And maybe go and play Roblox. But, in lieu of that, whatever. I don't care.
As a tool to keep ourselves safe. Safer forms of sex and how we interact with each other is the paramount, the backbone, the foundation of any good kink scene.
Oh yeah, thank you, Executioner as well for resubscribing with Prime. 32 months, motherfucker.
Wow, God, another one, almost 3 years, going on 3 years.
You people are ill.
What anniversary is that? Like cotton or something? Linen? Wood? I think that's 5.
Yeah, all of my ones are wood. Yeah.
So where the hell did they come from? Do you want to know how it started? Do you want to know the first person that said it? Maybe the first person that printed it? Maybe even legally how safe words are going to decriminalize BDSM? Well then, seatbelts everyone! You better buckle up, because I have so much information here. I had people that literally wrote the book on the word. I had people that edited the Oxford Dictionary, as well as sex historians literally in my inboxes giving me not only anecdotes, but proof of the kink community from back in the day that carries on into today. So join me on this little video essay, and if you're curious on any specific parts, whether it's logistics, legalities, my own personal opinions.
How does it? How far into kink does it have to be before it's kink or whatever? Like, what's the boundary there? When does it stop being vanilla?
You know, I don't think that there's a sharp line, because some vanilla things
Maybe
can
some
be
people are into
made
sharp
quite
lines.
kinky, and you know, things that you could do in kink, you can do in vanilla sex too. So I think it's more flavor. It's more how you use it. I think.
Okay.
But if you are negotiating what is going to happen before you touch the person, and you know exactly step by step basically what's going to happen, and you've consented to it all, if you've agreed safe words, if you've talked about aftercare, then you're probably doing kink.
Christy, no, someone's beating you. Sean, the limit, wrist? Yeah, I'd say that's about, yeah, that's fair. 3 years apparently is clock.
Cloth?
Clock.
A clock?
Yeah.
Well, what did they do before timepieces?
Well, presumably they didn't have these stupid, absurd notions of marriage before timepieces, did they? I don't know. Yeah.
True.
Look, if you were starting one now, you wouldn't have, you know, like, I don't know, lead or whatever. They'll do some all weird shit.
Honestly,
like,
they don't even...
internet one or whatever. You know.
Yeah, they don't even get good until 10 years. Honestly, it's like, it's not until you hit 25 that it even starts having any sort of exchange for worth value, you know? Silver, gold, platinum, diamond.
Years or whatever, hang on.
Oh, yeah, there was one for every year, I remember.
Exactly, there are, by year.
Yeah.
Let's have a look. So, one, hang on.
It's
Traditional.
like
Okay, traditional.
paper or something.
Traditional. 1 is paper, 2 is cotton, 3 is leather. Nice. 4. Okay. Well, now we're getting differentiated. In America, it was fruit/flowers. In the UK, linen.
Oh, okay. That's where I must have picked up my linen.
5 is wood.
Yeah.
6. Well, you can tell this is an American doing this because 6 is in the UK candy, which no one would ever say.
No sweets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And iron in the US.
Iron? Who the fuck wants something made of iron?
Big iron dildo.
No, it's way too heavy. And the cleaning would be like, what, you polish it? After you polish it?
Well, surely that's kind of a self-fulfilling prophecy.
Yeah, you're cleaning it twice then. That's like twice the...
Yeah. 8 is salt. Salt in the UK. Okay.
It's like, how cheap is that? That's cheaper than paper. You think it would go up in value.
Pottery/bronze in the US. 9
Pottery.
is copper in the UK and pottery/willow in the US.
Willow tree, yeah.
10 is diamonds. Is tin in the UK. And
again, the shittest material.
I would say aluminium, but they would say aluminum. And then 11 is steel in both countries. 13 lace. 15 crystal. Let's go.
Yeah, getting better.
Silverware, furniture, porcelain, bronze, platinum, nickel for 21. Rubbish.
Nickel.
Copper.
5 cents. That's it.
Silver plate. Musical instruments for 24.
Why don't they just use the periodic fucking table?
So, yeah, what I want is some Mendelevium.
And what is that?
That is named after Gregor
element?
Mendel. Yeah.
Okay.
There are actually various ones that are named after places as well. Nipponium, Nihonium, I suppose is what it's called. Germanium is one.
I think it's fascinating that they were able
Americanum is another
that
one.
with using the periodic table. What was the guy who invented it again? I forget.
Mr. Period.
Yeah, that guy. I think he was some sort of like East European, Slavic, or Russian, whatever it was. He was able to describe the characteristics, the physical properties of whatever periodic thing whatever he was going to find based on the other characteristics. So he was able to say, when you find this at this atomic weight, it's going to do these. It's going to have this hardness. It's going to have this characteristic. And he's totally right. Yeah. Like decades after he died, people were finding the things at his table said should be there.
Well, that's how you sort of know their genius is, like with Darwin, who worked out that there had to be a mechanism for transference before he even knew what a gene was.
Yeah.
That's what? How do you look at the same world as everyone else and see this completely different thing? Amazing. Mm-hmm. Anyway, to finish off, giggity. 30 is diamond, 35 is jade, 40 is ruby, 45 satire. Not satire. You just do some jokes and stuff. No. Sapphire.
Disappointing.
50 is gold, 55 emerald, and 60 diamond.
Yeah, most people don't expect you to make it to 60. That's why they put the diamonds at the end. But it'd be nice to get showered with diamonds on your 60th anniversary, wouldn't it?
Yeah, but you're just going to be so old, just like, I just want to die.
You're just going to turn around and give them to your kids or your family members.
Yeah, I know I'm selling these, motherfucker.
Yeah, I need these to pay off my my medical bills. I need them for my prescriptions.
Yeah. Anyway, kink.
Or final thoughts. There will be chapters down below. So that's what we're going to look at today. We're going to use our safe word. We're going to say safe word so many times. Safe word, 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 safe word. Hey, fun drinking game with water so that you're well hydrated. Every time I say safe word, take a drink. Because it was in this very unhinged deep dive of a rabbit hole, and I do like a good hole, that I wrote a 15-page paper.
That's quite a honk if you sodomy. Nice.
About safe words. Help. So what is a safe word, I hear you ask at the very beginning of this video essay about safe words? Well, it's a word, a phrase, maybe a hand gesture, a tapping sensation, some ninja signs that stop a scene as it is happening in case you need to take a pause. Maybe things need to slow down.
Scene, I think, tells you a lot about this person's life. Because I don't think most people would say the word scene at that point.
That's actually that is the terminology in the kink community to refer to when you start doing stuff to the point where you end. They can also call it a session, but it's also it's often called a scene. Yeah.
But you're not being filmed. Well, unless you are being filmed, I guess. But
no, but if you're doing power exchange or you're doing a top-bottom situation, the dom or the top is sort of directing everything and organizing it and doing it step by step.
That is a stretch. Which ironically is what you should do before getting involved in kink, I think.
Yeah, but for whatever reason, maybe it's because there's other kinds of play. There's role play, for instance. Maybe it's kind of like evolved out of role playing. So we're going to role play a scene, and that was ported over to just generally talking about kink. I mean, I haven't done an etymology of the term scene, but scene or session are very common ways of referring to engaging in kink activities.
This ain't a scene, it's a goddamn arms race. That is a reference to a song from my youth.
Ah, okay.
I used to be young. Oh, God, I had another old people moment the other day. Or was it yesterday even? One of my favourite shows ever, The League of Gentlemen.
Oh, yeah.
Amazing show. Was first aired 25 years ago.
So was The Sopranos.
And I just thought I might as well actually go and play Roblox. I might as well do that.
I saw on my YouTube feed is like, it's to celebrate 25 years of the release of The Sopranos. I was like, fuck me, I'm old.
Yeah, that's... Yep. Anyway, I mean, I'm just going to say, I still think that Papa Lazarou is the scariest character that's ever
Seems
existed.
that Kingsters in our chat also use the term scene. That seems to be the common vernacular.
Yeah, fair enough.
Within our community.
Yeah.
Down. Safe words are generally agreed upon between the two parties or more that are involved in a scene, and that can be, again, kink or not. And it's something that shouldn't be very easy to say within a scene, but something that should be easily said during the scene. So we're not saying stuff like harder or yes daddy or oh my god, isn't this so great? You're saying words like pineapple, rutabaga,
just trying to help.
Archipelago, god.
I'd be annoyed that they didn't pronounce archipelago correctly. Honestly, that would ruin it. Like, a safe word is not, as far as I'm aware, it's supposed to alert the person to the situation, but not, like, kill the mood. And
Well, yeah, I mean, unless
honestly,
you're saying, yeah.
honestly, mispronouncing archipelago like that would, honestly, I think I would never get an erection again.
They mispronounced it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And if you only have one safe word, then all you can do with that one safe word is stop. So that's why I prefer the traffic light system, because you have more options for feedback. You know, that's again, his premise is because that's an evolution of the term. So we're using current usage of.
Okay, I'm about to go off on a Eastern European here. Just stick with me for a second. Phantom of Black, I love you. You're a welcome member of my community.
Viominj.
But I know that you're from Bulgaria, and your language probably makes some sort of fucking sense. As does not. I know if you pass it out, archipelago works. That is not how it's pronounced. English does not make sense. It does not claim to make sense. It's not trying to make sense. What it is trying to be fucking awesome. That is all.
North Dakota.
North Dakota.
Dakota.
Idaho.
Viominj. Iowa.
Mississippi.
Yes.
I'm gonna have to watch that now.
I thought of Viominj the other day, and I had to find the video and watch it, and then I sent it to my dad.
It's Life of Boris, isn't it? Life of
yeah. I think I might have sent it to him before. He's probably like, "Why is she sending this shit again? She already showed this to me." But it's still funny. It's so funny.
It is.
Oh my god! And plus, all the times he tells me the same story 5 times, I can send him the same video twice.
Delaware or.
Yeah, gotta go to the beginning. Yeah.
Right.
Delaware. Oh no! It's Delaware or
No, why isn't
Delaware?
it starting at the beginning?
Close
You have to
enough. Yes, Boris.
Oh, I see. Okay, it's just
So I had small argument with friend recently. He said, Boris, how do you pronounce this? And of course I said, Viominj. And he said, no. It's Wyoming. He said, this is US state, Berlin. How you not know? It have many mountains and it's shaped like rectangle. And after that we took another shot of vodka and the rest of evening is blurred.
I would say it was a square, but whatevs.
yeah.
But what is point? The sum of these names are pretty hard. So this is how I see them. 50 steps alphabetic order, let's go. Alabama, Alaska, Arizona, Arkansas, Arkansas. Okay.
Yeah.
California, Colorado, Connecticut, Delaware, Florida, Georgia, this one I know, it's country in Europe. Hawaii, Illinois, Idaho, Indiana, Indiana, Iowa, Kansas, Kentucky, Louisiana, Maryland, Massachusetts, yes, Michigan, Minnesota, Mississippi, Yes, Missouri, Montana, Nebraska, Nevada, New Hampshire, New Jersey, New Mexico, New York, North Carolina, North Dakota, Ohio, Oregon, Pennsylvania, Pennsylvania, Rhode Island, South Carolina, South Dakota, Tennessee, Texas, Texas, Utah, Vermont, Virginia, Washington and West Virginia, Wisconsin and Wyoming or Wyoming as friends say. So you see, my friends, it's not so easy as you think, but with 5 shots of vodka, everything's easy. Give me some shashik and mayonnaise and I will speak Japanese, no problem. Well, thank you for watching, my friends. I will see you next time. Keep it cheeky-breaky.
Alright, until the caucus is over, we have to call it Iowa.
Iowa.
The Iowa caucuses.
Yeah.
Iowa.
Utah is my favourite pronunciation of Utah ever.
Dakota. I love the way you're just so aggressive with it.
Yeah.
Dakota.
That's fair enough, yeah. Anyway, I hope I haven't been too racist for our Bulgarian friend. There you go. By the way, the way he says Delaware is likely a joke on the play Delavera, which means scam. Oh, okay. I did not know that.
I would be surprised if he knows that. I think that's just how he pronounces it. But I could be wrong.
I don't know.
Godzilla's mind. The safe word is there for the more serious or even edge play-y stuff. It's something that should be worked into the pre-scene negotiation. And for all of our vanilla people and friends that are just curious and wanting to learn, safe words work there too. Safe words are not just for the bedroom. We'll get into that later. It's an age-old tradition within the BDSM community that we use things and tools like safe words to not only keep other people safe, but to keep ourselves safe. But that's the simple stuff. That's what a safe word is. That you guys, if you are here, I assume that you've made it in the last 2 minutes and you understand what a safe word is. And so the history was what really got this whole discussion going. Where did it come from? Who started it? Who was the first word? Like, Eureka! But instead it was safe word. And also, is it safe word one word? Is it safe dash word? Is it safe space word? Like, as somebody who has a brand that has safe word in the name, I feel very strongly about how that word is spelled, and we'll get into it. So let's dive into the history. Yes, the etymology of a word. Now, when I talk about etymology, I talk about the history, I talk about the usage and how it has changed over time. And turns out safe words have come a very long way. But this entire search for the history of a safe word, where it came from and who coined the term, actually started with a tweet that I was just kind of being like playful and like, I figured somebody on the internet had a very simple answer. And so I posted this and said, "Dear sex nerds and info people, I'm on the lookout for the first use, etymology, or history of the term safe word. Context, kinky or not. And if you have any findings, inklings, or history, please help." I wasn't ready. Doing my research, I had leather historians pointing out that we had Internet Archive.
Leather historians is an amazing phrase. Also, I've known several historians who look like they were made of leather. So
yeah, different
that's a
kind of
thing.
history of
I mean, they may also be into it, so it could be both.
With different books like Leatherman handbooks, Urban Aborigines, a bunch of really good BDSM books and Leatherman handbooks, Urban Aborigines.
Urban Aborigines.
Yeah, that's a very old school book before like critiques of colonialism had really permeated through the culture.
Not sure I'm happy with that actually.
I would probably estimate that's like in the 60s or 70s.
Yeah. Okay.
So,
just putting that out there.
Yeah,
just
fair enough.
We'll put a pin in that one, I think.
Yeah, there's some cringe things that, that's fine to point out.
Some old Kingsters with your weird fucking attitudes. I'm onto you.
A bunch of really good BDSM books and literature, but looking through those, we couldn't find safe word as one word, we couldn't find a safe space word. Turns out we had to look to the zines and handbooks to find the real meat and potatoes. I was looking into and talking with some of my local SF San Francisco gays.
I gay.
And we kind of got to the thoughts that maybe Drummer Magazine.
Whoa. There are gays in San Francisco. What?
Apparently there's a small community. Yeah.
Not sure about this.
Which was a publication that started in LA in 1975 that talked about queer sex.
Can I just say, the way that kind of gay media is presented is so cheesy. Like, just, oh god, it's so of its own kind. You know?
It's so male gaze.
Well, literally, yes.
Yeah.
Generally from a male perspective in a very sexy masculine way, but in a way that was meant to transcribe our history as well as talk about the safety and mechanics of kink. And with a little help from my friend Ray Spannon here in San Francisco, we were able to actually look through all 214 possible Drummer magazines. But in 1989, in Drummer magazine, the issue 196 had one...
Let me look at it!
So when I tell you that I go to the Kit Kat Club party that happened in Cologne a couple times, we have people dressed like that. Yeah, there were lots of men dressed like that.
I'm not giggling like an excited teen. It's genuinely amusing to me.
I'm glad you're having fun.
Yeah.
One single usage of the term safe word as a kink and BDSM term meant to be about safety, and I think they even like poised it as like the bottom should have a safe word, which is all like that's good. But I wasn't fully satisfied.
Hamilton.
I was not prepared for the next thing that Ray said, which was, "But have you looked into the lesbian sex mafia? Because they might have had it before then." What?
Hang on. Lesbian sex mafia. Those are 3 words I've never put together before, I think.
Your pause
That
game
stiff
is
kick a poop.
basically your face when you heard the phrase lesbian sex mafia.
That is, it's a thing. It's a thing.
It is.
Thank you, Wayward Historian, for gifting a sub. That's
Thank
much
you.
ironic, given the topic, I suppose. That you gifted a sub, but, well, thank you. Don't forget if you want to gift a sub.
Yeah, you've got
Or a
you've got to
dom.
think about how many subs you have in the chat right now. Like you've got all
Lots,
subs.
lots.
basically.
I am a dumb to a lot of subs. This is true.
Apparently, the Lesbian Sex Mafia, or the LSM for short, was the first organization back in the day that put out pamphlets, booklets, and handbooks on the how-tos of BDSM and kink. Lesbian Sex Mafia! It turns out that a year before Drummer published anything about safe words, in 1988, the Lesbian Sex Mafia had a lesbian S&M safety manual that they kindly were spreading for more than just the lesbians. But I do want to point out, like, the lesbians, when we look through history of BDSM and kink, were so much better about not only documenting but properly writing. I'm not saying the men weren't there and they didn't do the work, but the lesbians,
There were, even amongst the gays, the women are better.
What really surprised me about this, is when I think about the history of kink, it's always through the leather community. And until this, I didn't realize how active and what a contribution the lesbian community made to the kink community.
Yeah.
So their magazine covers aren't quite as enticing.
Or stereotypical.
Yes.
Yeah.
were very thorough. On top of, they are one of the largest and most influential backbones when it comes to our culture when we talk about kink, because during HIV and AIDS, it was the lesbians who really went out of their way to make sure that the gay men who were slowly just coming down with this disease were taken care of, and that our history did not diminish. In fact, as we see here, they were very good about documenting, writing, and making sure information was not only documented, but shared thoroughly through our groups. And while ending on lesbian sex mafia as the etymology for safe words would be like perfect, it didn't end there. Lesbian sex mafia! And hey, today's episode would not be possible without today's safe little
Maybe you've got this goes well.
Toys.
The anal, the
Even when it,
which is actually also
even when it's cool gay shit, I'm still not down with the capitalism. Okay, no.
We always
We'll give some love to Adam Mail, who supports us and back
Shut
to
up.
our community by putting some of the proceeds to Watts to get in the US.
Shut up.
But I would stop and consider, what are those exclusions exactly? You guys kept coming through in that thread, and we saw that in the Body Politic, which was a Canadian monthly magazine, and in a specific article called Coming to Terms with Power in the Body Politic in 1982, there was an actual excerpt that not only talked about safe words, but talked about colors and code words when speaking of sexual acts. I quote, "My friends are delighted, and we would find a swing board for me to lie down on. I tell them I'm feeling very vulnerable and do not want any sexual play at this time. Only whipping. Only whipping? I gulp. I tell them my safe word being 2 words, for stopping is red, and pink for lightening up. And while this isn't the perfect traffic light system, it's a really interesting excerpt because it's not only in Canada, but in 1982, so even further back in time. And the Body Politic also gets an honorable mention with another article that they wrote talking about safe words and the complexities of, or the misleading and confusing nature of a safe word, especially when it comes to things like stop. And I quote, "If you protest every single time he gets sexy with you, whether you really want him to stop or not, how is he supposed to know the difference? That's why the common device of a safe word, as 2 words, evolved. The code word, a bottom, or a top for that matter, can use to say, hey, I'm not fooling around or flirting. I really need this to stop. Get out of a role. We have to do something different." They actually were talking about the complexities of safe word. And not only that, but some DOMs nowadays could even learn tops can use safe words too. This is one of the first instances that we talk about safe words, but we don't just put it on the bottom. And the bottoms were also a term coined for the people that were generally receiving the kink as well. We'll get to that in a second. As
I suppose just because on the basis that the top is in control, that they can just stop.
Right, but but they might wanna let's say they get emotionally triggered by something that happens, or a memory comes up, and they need to communicate that in with a safe word to their bottom or their sub, because that's the framework for So here's like so one of the uses of the safe word. I don't know if you ever like you're playing around with somebody and you say no, 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 but you don't really mean it. It's just part of the play. And in vanilla sex, well, if you don't have a safe word, then you can't tell between playful no's and actual no's, right? And this is where ambiguity or misunderstanding or confusion can come in. So with a safe word, you can say no, and the person is like, okay, I don't have to ask about that because we already developed a safe word, so they're just playing. And that also might be like if the dom says no, the sub might take it or the bottom might take it as, oh, don't do that, as opposed to red, I need to stop.
Okay.
So it's about clarifying what things mean.
As this was fascinating information. Thank you, Canada. Oh, Canada. Thank you for your services and information, but again, not the etymology of the word itself. Because days later, Jesse Shieldlower actually pinged into my email. I got an email. People still email.
You've got mail.
Now, Jesse had some credentials. Profiled by the New York Times and editor of this little thing called the Oxford Dictionary. Jesse literally wrote the book.
Well, I was going to say, in terms of etymology, that's why the Oxford English Dictionary is so important, is that they do chronicle the earliest known examples of words. So it's not just the meaning of the word and blah, blah, blah. It's literally, this word was first used to, the best of our knowledge, in 1753, or whatever.
Yeah.
So that would be good to go to. Actually, so it was an interesting series, which unfortunately didn't run very long, of Victoria Curran Mitchell, although she was just Curran back then.
Yeah, about different words in the Oxford Dictionary.
Indeed, yeah.
There? Yeah, I saw that.
Good.
It was.
Yeah. But anyway.
About the usage of and the history of the F word. I'm not kidding.
Now, I'm not joking, bitch.
So when they said that they had some information about safe words, my hole was open for information. Give me the information, Jesse. Please, I need it. I've been searching for so many days. Also, Jesse, can you let me know how to say lexicographer? I keep saying, I want to say cock. Hunk if you're horny. I just love sodomy so much. Beep, beep.
Seatbelts, everyone!
Anyway, Jesse wrote me this freaking amazing email. Tons of information in it. The TLDR of it all, though, came down to the use of safe word. Now, the very first publication that we could find of safe word as 2 words, safe space word, was actually by an DSF group called Samwa. Can you guess what group and community this was part of? That's right, it was a lesbian feminist-based S&M group. Let's go lesbians.
Let's go lesbians! Let's go lesbians!
Turns out we're no longer in the 80s with our history, and in 1979, the S&M Collective produced a booklet called What Color is Your Handkerchief? Personally, mine's usually gray, but I have lots of different shades. I have like a dark blue, a navy, or even a royal, a daddy green or lime is fun. Oh, rainbow's always good. How'd that yellow one get in there?
You're peeing, make sure that you are actually in the toilet.
And this was the first sexuality reader, which actually included a glossary that had the term safe word as 2 words, but it was defined as a code word partners involved in S&M sex agree to use to stop the action immediately. And in the search for the term safe word, we also found out the Samwa group was the first instance that they printed the word bottom to refer to someone in the receiving.
Okay, right. Surly in chat says there's a good podcast called Something Rhymes with Purple by Susie Dent and Giles Brandreth. Now, I like Susie Dent, but Giles Brandreth was a Tory MP. Oh, so that's worth bearing in mind.
Okay.
Although it was a Tory MP during like the 90s, I think. But whatever, just bear that in mind.
Sense of BDSM. Because Pat Khalifa, the founder and a writer also in The Advocate, actually put out a piece that specifically said the bottom is usually given a safe word or code action that she can use to stop the scene. The safe word allows the bottom to enjoy a fantasy that the scene is not consensual and to protest verbally and resist physically.
Because he doesn't really, at least he doesn't explain it when here. So safe word or safe action. If you have a gag in your mouth.
Right.
If you have a mask on or something that is interfering with your ability to speak, then obviously you can't communicate with words. And so people also will snap their fingers, or they'll be given a bell to ring or something to drop to...
Why not make it more theatrical and go jazz hands?
Well, if you have restraints on your wrists and your hands are bound above or behind you, so you might not you might not be able to move your hands around freely depending on what kind of things you're doing.
Jazz hands.
CNC? What sounds like CNC? Like CNC is quite different from
What the hell is that?
consensual non-consent.
Okay.
It's a more extreme. It can be a quite extreme version of I consent to something that. Yeah, we can talk about CNC at a different time. It's like a. It's a pretty dicey.
I've just seen a great phrase, though I'm not sure. The Pegathon I recently attended had a pretty equal number of top and bottom. Pegathon.
Nice.
That is, yeah. There you go. I've learned lots of things tonight. You have warped my mind, people, with your perversions. I love it.
Without halting stimulation. Again, in passing, this was one of the first times that bottom was used in this kind of context, and this was in 1981. So, thank you, Samwa, for not only doing the work for documenting all this, but giving us a proper context to safer sex. And bottoms. Thank you, bottoms. And linguistically, Jesse even made note that...
Also, lesbicographer also works.
Okay.
Lesbicographer?
Lexicographer. Yeah, lesbicographer.
Yeah, that works.
Safe word versus safe space word versus safe hyphen word doesn't really matter. We're grasping at straws because the meaning is all there and they're referring to the same action and verbiage, especially when we look at compound.
Of course it was what I think. There's no... How could Pegathon be anything but exactly what you think it's going to be at first? Like,
it's kind of, yeah, it explains itself, really, that word.
Yeah, exactly. That's... It would be weird if you turned up and it wasn't exactly what you thought it was going to be. If you turn up and it's a pizza party, it's going to be weird.
Compound words like safe word, we usually see those kinds of words as spaced out, then later on hyphenated, and then to give it even more importance, connected later on down the line.
Well, yeah, because that's the basic way in which language operates. No offense, but like safe and word are already two pre-existing words, which would then be brought together as a phrase, which again, over the course of time, because of repetition, get used so often that you would be hyphenated and then connected.
Yeah, so what he's saying is that you can see the evolution of the concept through the evolution of its grammatical use, one from an adjective to a compound word to a standalone concept.
Yes.
Independent of both words.
Yep.
As we see with safe word. So, essentially,
can you also just pause?
a
I want to
professional...
make a point to by Pagan Man about, like, you could also kind of when it comes to physical resistance and saying no, you could also have that with primal play, and then primal play doesn't have to be CNC at all. So there are a lot of contexts where you might have, like wrestling and trying to like pin somebody down and doing kind of things like that, and no, I'm going to do this or whatever, and not use a safe word because you are fine. So.
Linguist and editor of the dictionary said that it should be safe word as a one word. I don't want to see anyone spelling it safe space word ever again, okay? It's what's the safe word, not what.
Okay, I'm going to have to do this. I'm sorry.
What?
What's the safe space word? Question mark. Comment.
Contrarian.
I am delightful.
What's the safe space word? I'm very invested in this, okay? I'm very invested. Just let me have this one, okay? Safe word. It's one word. Please. But it was in that article written by Pat that was in the feminist magazine Heresies where they used that code action to mean safe word. And where not only my mind got going, but Pat and other historians also chimed in to say, well, it wasn't always called a safe word, but the concept of it has been around since even longer. Turns out safe words were a derivative term of something called keywords, or I guess code words, but the keywords were taught by Robin Roberts at the Society of Janus. Again, another organization out of San Francisco. And it should be noted that this was a pansexual organization, but this organization existed even before I think pansexual was a popularized term that we used. So this group was not only ahead of its time, but was this wonderful conglomeration of all sorts of queer people, some het people, men, women, people in between, that came together to not only discuss kink, but to make rules and publish and write things about kink, even if it was kind of secretive. And this is really going back because the Society of...
What this really made me realize watching this, there's a lot of things, like a lot of insights I had from this video. So I'm really glad that you agreed to air it, is how this all... Yeah, right, but the emergence of like the kink community, kink cultures, in terms of becoming more known to people is a direct result of the sexual revolution.
Yep. That is very
because
true, yeah.
yeah, all of this stuff really doesn't predate the 70s because there's so much sexual repression.
And
I mean, it's not to say these things weren't going on.
Yeah.
But people weren't able to come together.
Well, exactly.
And...
That's what I was sort of thinking, was that it wasn't just that these things were already going on, but the amount of people who weren't engaging in things that they could have done.
Yes.
And all of that built-up repression and the kind of societal negative impacts that would have had over the course of millennia is pretty intense to think about, actually.
How do you bring this up in conversation? I have this kink and I really enjoy it. I mean, there just was no.
Yeah, that's fine, Dave, but we're fucking medieval serfs. What?
Not even like a public space for it, but just even like a social structure to go to meet other people who could help you understand yourself.
True.
If Janice was the second.
Sorry, one other thing. Someone is saying that Kevin is a very bratty sub. Kevin would be a bratty dom. He would be a bratty switch. Kevin is just a brat first, and then we could put other roles on top of that.
Yeah, true.
Mm-hmm.
Founded BDSM group in the United States, with major inductees who literally wrote the books around and about sex, from Guy Baldwin to Gail Rubin to Dossie Easton and Janet Hardy. And if those last two names especially stand out to you, it's because they wrote The Ethical Slut. The first two names really stand out to me, but that's because I know a bit about my history and the leather culture. And Gail's a lovely human. And it should be noted that within the Society of Janus, many people will say that Robbins didn't really get all the credit that he was due for really leading the way, and whether it was about the code words or the safe words or the key words, started what we would call the foundation for safety within the kink community. And seriously, I just wish that there was a lesbian sex mafia, Society of Janus, like rock groups. That it's the perfect name for a band name. Lesbian sex mafia! Also, is Society of Janus, is that a Mean Girls reference?
Oh my god, it's her dream come true, diving into a big pile of girls.
I'm kidding. Mean Girls did not come before the Society of Janus. But Janice was a lesbian, right, in Mean Girls? So we have the etymology and the printings of safe words. We have the classes and the colloquialism that is spoken word safety with keywords and code words. But even as I looked through my history of the BDSM community and looking through safe words, there was one thing, and this is more of my own personal hunch, that was the concept of a safe word. And it transcends English language, writing, and even just speaking, because it happens to go all the way back to Shibari, or the art form known as Kimbaku.
Okay,
now,
you want to pause it?
Books and even
Do you know what Shibari is?
No.
Okay. Shibari is it's kind of housed within kink, although it doesn't have to be sexual in any way. It can just exist on its own as a sort of art form. But it is the use of rope to tie someone up, or to use rope to kind of like decorate their body with.
Okay. Fair enough. So, yeah, okay. Fair enough.
References to safe words, and we look into Kimbaku and the ancient form of rope bondage, and we do see a type of safe word that was used within that culture. And
fucked it. Ranslates. Rubbish. Who typed this out? Let yourself
you caught the
down
typo.
Kimbaku can be traced all the way back to the 1600s. So that does predate the 1970s or so by just a few years. The needs of all those involved in the play. And some of those phrases and words included muzukashi, meaning difficult, to indicate the particular position to tie in was causing discomfort or pain, yamaru, or stop, to indicate that the activity should be stopped immediately, or owarimasu, meaning finished, to indicate the activity was complete. Along with those words came tapping gestures, meaning you needed to reposition or maybe stop, grunting, or moans to indicate goods and bads, as well as pre-agreed upon gestures to indicate if you need specific things within the scene. And that sounds like a safe word if I've ever heard one, or at least foundation for the use of and the word that we now use, safe word. Whew! History! Seatbelt, everyone! That's just the history. That's just the etymology of it. That doesn't even begin to scratch upon the legality of it that came about when I was looking into the safe word, because it turns out
we don't have to watch this part if you don't want, because it's more about like decriminalization of using safe words as a way to help decriminalize, activities that are consensual, but from the outside might look like, hitting somebody because they're smacking somebody.
Okay, well, it's up to you.
Yeah, I mean, I think we've done. I mean, we've done like 20 minutes or something, right? 15 minutes.
Okay, we can move on. Yeah. No problem. Thank you.
Yes. I had just one other question for you, which we don't have to watch the whole thing. We can maybe just skip ahead. I'm going to send it to you in our thing because it was brought up what Shibari is, and it's sort of difficult to think about like why would someone do this? So, did the link come through, or do I have to open up Messenger so that it gets sent again like before?
Oh,
no, it came through.
1 second. Just do a video about Subaru or something? What?
Yes, that's the one. Like I said, just as a sample, you can watch like 2 minutes of it. And there's some introduction, I think, so you can skip ahead, to just get a random sample.
Okay.
We're not turning this into like a kink stream, but I think it's for your benefit as long as we brought Shibari up.
Hello, I'm Tom Mandua, and in this class, I'm going to talk a bit about sensuality in ropes.
Okay.
So the most sensually powerful trait of Shibari, I would say, is the intense focus that is on each other to transform them.
Okay,
like
he's
you
just
can
touching her
view
up and that.
The body of the
Yeah.
person.
Okay.
So she's like a rope model.
They are feeling
Sometimes
your
called a
eyes,
rope
or
bunny.
They are.
Okay.
You can feel.
I'll be honest. I don't even really want to watch this.
That's okay. That's what it is.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Fucking hell. Yeah. It was just.
There's some people in the chat going,
Okay. Well, some people are into it. Cool. Go for it.
Yes, turn it into a king stream now. Is that who is that? Oh, Phantom. Okay.
Okay.
So there we go. There's our little dip into
Yes.
king culture today.
Yes. So, Christy, the 50 accents thing.
No, this is it. There aren't any. This is it. There's like 2 accents.
Okay, do you not want to do it?
Well, we can
No,
start it.
No, fuck it. No, we're not doing it. No, I've made a decision.
Okay, so basically, there's a video where they claim to say, "Oh, here are all these different, accents from different states," and they're just not fucking different.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm an American, I can't hear it, but they all just sounded like Midwesterners to me, or Southerners, or East Coast. You have 3 accents basically.
Fair enough. Oh, more lesbians!
Yes.
It's wall-to-wall lesbians tonight. Okay.
About time.
So this was from the Discord. Someone sent me this. Yeah, apparently Tim Pool's weird about lesbians. What a surprise. Where is it? Come on now. Come on. Here we go. Right. Oh, pardon my burpee.
Here is Tim Pool. This clip is
Right. Apologies, everybody. Just there we go. Right.
to be fair, a couple of weeks old. And did we not play this?
I don't think we played this. I think I had it in sound pulls, but I think I wanted to search more context, but maybe we can just enjoy what Pim Tool clipped here.
So I'm imagining this. I'm wondering, I should say, if this young woman, I mean, she looks like she's in her 20s, has only ever been around sneaky fucker types, male feminists, low T, weak men lacking passion and ambition, men who don't get up, don't exercise, don't improve themselves, and she thought this is what men are. Interesting.
Dude, you like to fucking you literally have defended international sex trafficker.
Yeah.
Andrew Tate. Like, shut the fuck up.
Perhaps one of the big reasons that many women are claiming to be LGBTQ is because they're not feeling strong attraction to males because they're not actually encountering real masculinity for which they would be attracted to.
Oh my god. Here's the thing. At least, because like stupid homophobes like to, you would think there's some part of their brain that must have the ability to, if not empathize, project, right? And Tim's little lizard brain, I'm sure goes, oh, boobies, nice, fun,
Yeah. Okay.
big bottom. Oh, that's hot. Why would a homophobe? Like, why can't he understand that a woman might find that hot? He finds it. Like, I understand.
Well, no,
at
because
least,
someone oozing such fantastic masculine energy like Tim, they're very much the apex of the male species.
Yeah.
He could just fuck anyone straight, I'm sure. Yeah.
I think some homophobia comes from straight men's not attraction to men, and therefore they kind of project out that no guy should be attracted to that because they're egoistic and childish and haven't really experienced the world yet. But if you lack the empathy to go, yeah, I can totally get where you're coming from because I find her hot too, then you're a lizard brain.
Also, I think Tim's just threatened because once women realise lesbianism is an option, he is
Exactly.
literally just going to have the bluest bollocks that's ever lived. It's just impossible.
Honestly, like who, like give
That's
a woman
why he
a
has to
choice.
trap people in the fucking in the weird compound he's got. He steals cats. He steals women. God knows what's happening.
Look, you like advantages, right? You can basically cut down on the cost of like getting two kinds of shampoo and body wash because there has to be a guy scent and a lady scent. You like you can possibly double your wardrobe or at least your accessories. You have someone who knows where the clit is.
True.
Like there are so many advantages. Just like list them on paper.
Well, I've heard this said before, and I think it's true. Why would a woman choose to be attracted to men? Like, I mean, it's like saying, actually, I would think it would be fantastic to spend at least some of my time dodging in and out of the fucking tiger exhibit at the zoo. No, it's an awful idea. Why are you doing that?
And also, like your idea of an ideal man, Tim, is a sociopath.
Yeah.
He's not someone who's nurturing and is in touch with himself and can express his thoughts and feelings, who can admit when he's wrong because he puts his relationship above his ego, who understands that when he is his kids are under his care, he's not helping, he's parenting.
No, Kirsty, by masculine, he just means abusive, narcissistic bastard. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which, ironically, he isn't even that. Like, Tim,
no.
Under the paradigm you've bought into, you are a beta bitch. You are literally so scared of the fact that you're bald that you wear a hat in 100-degree weather. Like, it's embarrassing, dude. Chill. Come to peace with yourself and just accept who and what you are.
And if you're only, I mean, just think about this now. The year is 2023. To be fair, it was last year. At the end of last year.
December.
Well, yeah. And this dude is questioning now if being gay is just a function of there not being enough like manly men, young men around.
Yeah, I mean, this is the thing is like what. It's just misogyny, all of this stuff, because he's basically saying that real masculinity would be so overpowering and irresistible to...
Yeah, it is. Honestly, testosterone on that level is just... It overpowers the lady brain, the little weak lady brain, and stops them being lesbians.
Yes, it's the magic of testosterone.
It's like lesbian repellent, is what it is. Fact.
Women, regardless of what they think about their sexuality, that naturally there would not be lesbians if they were around the strong alpha males like Tim.
Does he also think that there wouldn't be gay men if there were women who were...
no, because femininity is subservient to masculinity, and the strength of femininity would not be something that would draw men to them.
But they're
because
not.
It makes more sense
but
that
according
gay
to
men...
him, like he's saying that
no, I know.
all the men are gay and low T and not, masculine. Or
women aren't looking feminine enough.
That's exactly it.
Wait, so so
yeah, because the women are too butch. That's what's making the gays.
Yeah, if only we had rigidly enforced gender roles and appropriate and clothing and dressed, and we all lived according to that, then Tim could just feel superior because that structure puts him in the catbird seat.
Did you know they didn't make gays until 1953?
It's amazing. It's like, right around the same time as the sexual revolution. I guess that's what one thing led to the other, huh?
Yeah, just gays and lesbians everywhere. It's probably a plot by a certain group, a certain religious group maybe, who definitely did this on purpose to end white people.
Yes, everything's about ending white people.
Fact.
Is everybody gay in this scenario? Like, I don't understand how this works.
This masculinity
Let's go.
panic, because arguing. Okay, people are.
Does he think lesbians just existed like recently, or does he always think that their men have not?
Yeah, they only arrived last Wednesday. The lesbians.
Yeah, I mean the island of Lesbos. That's a very recent association with the term lesbian. Yeah.
True.
Not been masculine enough? And
where are these lesbians?
But how do men become gay? Are they not around women who are feminine enough?
That's the point, though. It's the same reason why the right is so obsessed with trans girls, trans women in sports.
Yeah,
which
and
is
not boys.
because, like, they can't understand. They have a misogynistic ideal of gender and a hierarchical view of gender. They cannot understand and refuse to contend with the fact that there are trans women born in a male body that transition to being female. And so they're so deeply, like, their misogyny meter breaks so thoroughly when they encounter that. And that's why none of those freaks are obsessed with trans men whatsoever, because it makes total sense that you would want to become a man, because we are the superior gender.
Species.
Okay, let's keep going. I want to hear this.
We're different species. That's true.
And she thought, this is what men are. Interesting. Perhaps one of the big reasons that many women are claiming to be LGBTQ is because they're not feeling strong attraction to males, because they're not actually encountering real masculinity for which they would be attracted to. And if you're only surrounded...
For which they would be attracted to. Like, brilliant. Fantastic structure of your sentence there, Tim.
Yeah. Let me just point this fuck out, right? We have, let's say, old 1950s ideas of masculinity bombarding us all the time. We have Arnold Schwarzenegger. Look at his oeuvre, right? We have the action hero. We have all kinds of males presented to us who are these, this presentation. So you have them in the media to be like to have as a stimulus and have a response to. It's not like you're walking around and you never see, I don't know, like some Mr. Universe pageant winner announced or whatever, or Olympic sports weightlifting.
This is ultimately the point, is that people are attracted to different things. There are some women who do want very masculine, typically masculine duderinos, and there are some who want little femboy people. And there's a million different types of people who like different types of fucking people. And some people,
yeah, but this is confusing. It's just easier if everything is 1 or 2, 0 or 1, which is, it has to be black or white, this or that, and then I don't have to think about stuff.
Yeah, true. Fact.
By a bunch of whiny, low-T feminist males who are weak and out of shape and just go we should be egalitarian and...
Oh,
dude, have you seen your audience?
Also, have you seen yourself? What fucking shape are you in?
The circle?
Well, that's unfair, Christo. I just meant he's not ripped or anything, is he?
Well, I went there. His little beanie head.
He does have a little weird beanie head and a freaky little face. And no hair, which again is fine. Yeah. Just come to terms with it.
Stop judging.
No
people
one is
yourself.
No one is buying that the hat is like it's a cool little quirk. No, you're ashamed of being bald, and that's a shame. You don't need to be. There's nothing wrong with it.
Yeah, he's clearly repressed.
Yeah,
and then many of the.
Yeah, that hat is very much his high-heeled shoes for Ron DeSantis.
Yes,
it's gender affirming clothing.
Yeah, implements. Clothing. There you go.
These women are just like, wow, I mean, I'm equally attracted to both, I suppose. But then they meet a big ripped Chad bro who's like, I'll pay the bill, throws the card down, and she's like, ooh, swoon, perhaps.
What?
Can I just, what?
The entire world of conservatism is just making up shit that doesn't happen.
Exactly. Hey, you know how men complain, or not men complain. Some whiny, red-pilled men promote the idea that women are just out for your money
Yeah.
and you're a victim because they're expecting you to pay for dinner. Just stop.
Yeah.
Like, how about this? Like, say, you know what? I think, we're going to go out. We'll go 50-50, and then maybe I'll treat you next time, and you can treat me, and we'll start an egalitarian financial footing. Or split the bill.
But can these conservative twatheads decide whether they want women to pay because they don't want gold diggers, or they want women who are completely financially reliant and therefore have to allow you to pay the bill because they don't have money of their own? Which one is it, Tim? It does have to be. You can't have both of those things. Those are incompatible.
Yeah, if you have a woman who is splitting the bill with you and you're a heterosexual man, this is supposed to be a knock on your masculinity. But of course, if she's paying, if you're paying for everything as the provider, then you're entitled to sex.
Yes.
Is how it goes in their head.
Yeah.
And that's not how it fucking goes anymore. Like, that's not the dynamic. Just grow up.
So I'm a.
What the? Is this guy an adult? Like, this is just unbelievable. Does he actually believe this stuff?
Yeah.
This is like, did someone just reject him? What it really sounds like is.
Well, I think that goes without saying. Lots of people have rejected Tim Pool, yes. Yeah.
He lives in a compound. He doesn't interact with people.
Not anymore, because they can't hurt you if you don't interact with them.
Yeah.
He's safe. He can just
make his shitty music.
Make his shitty music videos and skateboard and pretend it's still 2001 when he was young and happy.
That someone just rejected him, and he's like, like this. You must be gay.
Where in the world are women surrounded by only effeminate sort of metrosexual men? Like, where does that happen? Like, I don't.
I mean, I guess, because we love our gay friends, women.
Do you know what states have the highest populations of gay people? Of course, you got New York and California. Also, Florida and Texas.
Yeah, well, I
thought those were pretty masculine.
Weird.
The gays do like a beach. It is true.
That's weird.
It's the pandemic of trying to turn all of these women into lesbians, I guess. Yeah. It's fascinating.
Midwest queer. I am not gay because women are too woke. I'm gay because I want to F guys.
You know what also isn't like traditional masculine?
Militant apathy says it's obvious Tim Pool has not seen an actual vagina in years.
Yeah. No, it's like you referred to it once as a compensatory hat or headpiece.
Yep, headband.
That's not typically associated with confident, high T masculinity, throwing down your gold card at the sush spot.
Maybe women are just.
Charlie Scherer says Tim Pool.
There must be quite a lot of places Tim Pool can't go into, because a lot of places ask you to remove your hat. Like, you can't. A high-end restaurant won't just let you in wearing a fucking beanie. So there's probably a lot of places that Tim Pool just can't go to, which is just sort of sad, because he's rich enough to be able to afford that shit, right? I'd like to see him get dressed up once in a while and go to the Ritz or some shit, you know.
He has to interact with people, Kevin. He doesn't do that.
True.
He only interacts with lackeys.
That is correct, yes. Oh, by the way, I can't show it because Destiny's on it and he's a band streamer and so on and so on. But they did a amazing, like, debate. It's not a debate, shitfest.
Okay.
Des Tiny and some other cunt, I don't know who the fuck it was, versus Alex Jones and Glenn Greenwald.
Glenn.
Glenn appeared by a video link that didn't work, so you could only hear every third syllable. It was amazing, right?
Was he using shitter?
Almost certainly, yes. Tim Pool's gimp creature, who is affectionately known as Moonlord. I don't know his real name, David something, I don't know. Who appears on his show and is fucking crazy and thinks the moon landing was done by people made of cheese or something. He was the moderator, and imagine trying to moderate A, Destiny, and then B, Glenn going fucking glitching out, and Alex Jones. Impossible. To the point where he freaked out at least a couple of times and started screaming, "Fucking shut up! Shut the fuck up! We're moving on!" Like, just
I
losing
want
the
a
plot.
clips package of the meltdowns. I
It's
just want to
probably
go
there.
back into
I'll
the
see if I can
meltdown.
find it and I'll send it you off. Like I say, I can't show it on stream,
Yeah,
unfortunately,
okay.
but it was
Thanks for that.
amazing. Isn't Kev 34? I am 36. Thank you, though, for shaving a couple of years off me. I appreciate that. Yeah, honestly, amazing. And it was a complete shit show. They were just shouting over each other anyway. So, understandably, he freaked out and started screaming. Beautiful.
Speaking from his experience of hanging around with a bunch of masculine males who pays his bills when they go out, I can only assume. Hey, put down my card. What is it? Like a 4-year-old.
The power of that action turns you back straight.
But it is like the reason he does this sort of stuff, which is like looking at teenagers and young adults expressing themselves on social media, and let's talk about the Marvel movies, is he's clearly aimed at a young audience, and it's creepy to me.
Yeah, it is creep. That's the thing, is that there's really two answers to this, right? One answer is that he has the mentality of a 12-year-old boy.
Yes.
The other answer, which I think
honestly, conservatism in general is people who got to the age of 10, decided they knew everything and stopped learning. That's it. Their emotional maturity ended about then, between 10 and 15.
Yeah, exactly. Yep. I know
It's
everything.
actually more likely.
That's enough. That's
Yeah,
enough.
exactly. I've worked out the world at this point. I don't need to learn or develop as a human. It's fine.
Based upon what I know of, I knew someone who knew him from a previous, when he was working.
Well, where are you learning that information from, Maria? I won't repeat it because it's a rumor at this point. But have you got a link for the thing?
Working at one of these media companies,
right?
Who visited him back when he was up in like New Jersey or wherever it was, or Maryland or wherever that was. And Tim specifically said to him, like, it's great, I don't have to read, and I'm making all this money, and this seems like a concerted effort. This is his like version of OnlyFans, and to be fair, I don't know the full range of content that people produce on OnlyFans, but he is looking for a market, and that is 12-year-old boys, and trying to confirm what 12-year-old boys struggle with.
Monetize their masculinity crisis.
Yeah, and it's like, guys, Bugattis.
Yeah.
And sushi with the boys and poker, and when's he going to start smoking a cigar? I mean, I guess, on some level, like everything I'm saying just seems so obvious when you look at like he's got, whatever it is, the samurai sword and the weapon behind it. Like this is honestly like
It's cyber ninjas. It's just cyber ninjas. This is it's just conservatism.
Mm-hmm.
They developed at about the age of 10, and that's all as far as they need to go. Cyber ninjas is cool. I've got a guitar on my wall and a big sword, and I live in a skate park. Oh, for fuck's sake.
Really, he's living his peak 17-year-old self.
Yeah, like they just and it's to a degree. It's why conservatives are so scared of change. Is that they want to revert back to the time where they felt safe. The world was exciting and fun, and everything.
And they didn't know shit.
Exactly, they didn't know shit, but they worked everything out, right? Which is why conservatism always moves the goalposts on when they want to go back to. So, like, boomer pricks want to go back to the 50s because that's when they were safe. They were young. The world made sense. Whereas now, and you're literally getting to the point now where I've been delving a little bit into the right-wing reaction to the new Doctor Who, who's a black gay man.
Yeah, yeah.
The actor is anyway. The character is still the Doctor.
Yeah. Doctor's pansexual, obviously.
Well, let's be honest.
Clearly.
Queer as fuck.
Yeah,
anyway.
like Rick in Rick and Morty.
Yeah.
Pansexual, panspecies.
Well, exactly. Well, I mean, the Doctor says at one point when who was it? Was it David Tennant at the time? Who said, "Why would you limit yourself on the basis of gender when there are a million species or whatever?" Yeah, it's brilliant. Anyway, so the new Doctor, obviously they're saying it's woke, blah 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 blah, right? Because it's a black man, it's a gay man, it's not a straight white dude, and so I've seen younger conservative commentators, so people who were like, 20 years, 25 years and younger, saying, this new Doctor Who's woke. We need to go back to the Doctor Who from, like, going back to Peter Capaldi, right? Because that was when it wasn't woke.
Because it was a white man.
When Peter Capaldi. But I had to just think to myself, there was literally a clip that was so perfect. I cut it straight out of the thing and put it on my YouTube. And it's the clip of him saying, you judge a society by how you treat the least amongst you, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And it's basically socialism 101, explained it for like 5-year-olds. But it's perfect, right? And I just thought, there's no fucking way. There's no way you're now claiming that was fine, but this is woke. Because the same people who are, let's say, 10 years older than you were saying that was woke. We need to go back to the time, before this, when everything wasn't woke. They just want to go back to when they were young. They were happy then.
Or when white men ran everything.
Yeah.
It's like this whole attack on DEI. They're trying to equate diversity with incompetence. And you know who's driving the anti-DEI? It's white people. I don't want to say white women are involved or like, but it's a lot of the figureheads are white men.
Okay.
Interesting who is fighting inclusion. It's the people who occupy the seats of power.
True. Now, this is Tucker Carlson, so it's not really journalism, but it's,
Yeah.
I think, worth noting as a person who is in contact with the individual's father. Gonzalo Lira Sr., so Coach Red Pill's dad, says that his son died at 55 in a Ukrainian prison, where he was being held for the crime of criticizing Zelensky. No, it's because he was trying to break out of the country. Gonzalo Lira is an American citizen, but blah, 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 blah. So the Gonzalo Lira's dad is claiming that Coach Red Pill has died in a Ukrainian prison.
I will wait for media confirmation.
Exactly, that's why I didn't want to be like...
Yeah, but it's, it is being put around by, as you say, Tucker Carlson, not a journalist. But that is the narrative currently. We'll see if there's...
It'd be a weird thing for someone's dad to say. Imagine if your dad lied about you dying. That'd be mental.
Yeah, although, here's the thing. Like,
It is also Gonzalo Lira's dad. So
exactly.
Probably mental as fuck. Yeah.
Who, according to someone who I talked to last year, was involved with the Pinochet government. So.
No, of course, yeah. So it would be terrible. Like, obviously, he's against people being maltreated in government prisons.
Yeah.
Clearly.
Generally, as a principle.
Yeah, very, very principled human being. Anyway, so that's
my rear end saying this is the second time he's been reported dead.
Well, Christy.
Yeah, after he tried to cross the border, wasn't he? There were rumors he had been killed. I remember that.
Yeah, I don't
when
know.
He tried to illegally cross the
some-
border and evade his court date.
Can we get some lols in chat for the prospect of him being dead?
Hey, I need to take a comfort break.
Go for it.
All right, BRB.
I'll watch the rest of this when you get back.
Okay.
Everyone, don't forget you can hit the follow button, you can subscribe, you can gift subs to the community. You can do bits messages, you can subscribe with Amazon Prime. These are all things you can do. You can do super chats via the Streamlabs link below. If you're on YouTube, come over and say hello on the Twitch. If you're on Twitch, go and subscribe on the YouTube. These are things that are available to you.
During Hanukkah, when I want to pick out a present for my 10-year-old
Coach Dead Pill. That is pretty good.
Old son, I just look at the stuff and I go like, what's the boyiest, like, cool thing? Like, oh, this car. Bugattis. Like, I'll get him the Bugatti model. Or like, here's a, I got him a jackknife. Or it's a, it's like a, it's a scope you can see in the dark with.
Nice.
Like all of this stuff, like, or lasers. Just like what a 10-year-old boy would. And I think that's probably what Tim Pool's business plan is. And occasionally, he tries to pretend like he's an adult and talk about politics. It's fascinating.
Like skateboard Wonka.
Exactly. But the creepy part about it is, and that ends our phone call portion, the creepy part about it is that you're waking up every day and you're saying, what can I produce to attract young boys?
Yep.
And that is
Yeah.
The creepy.
That's something I want to do.
It's odd.
The creepy part about it is, it's one thing to say like, I know I'm gonna produce like, here's a rock, the thing that I've written fart on, and somebody will get a kick out of it. Like honestly, like my son, or here's cat pajamas or whatever it is. It's one thing to sort of like produce a product, but when you have to be that product, that's super creepy to me. But I don't know. I guess it's a living, despite the fact that it's having such horrible impact on people.
We can save women from becoming LGBT by offering them more sushi with the boys.
More sushi with the boys. And I guess maybe it keeps you out of like what is it called? The online manuscripts or treaties of people who want to commit some type of violent act. Maybe you feel like you're dialing it back a little bit. All I'm doing is just like making bigots, not so much.
Yeah. Selling misogyny to 10-year-olds.
I'm just selling misogyny, but not necessarily making it something you need to act upon. It's just you just need to be a Chad and have a credit card.
Yeah. And yeah, God. So I was watching. Someone was doing a retrospective on all the Doctor Who's. It was a very long series, and it was very enjoyable. But at one point, he talked about the new Doctor being a woman, and he also said, I don't think he was like disparaging it per se, like he wasn't against it, but he said, Doctor Who has presented boys with a very alternative model of masculinity than is normally presented, and having that is important. And I thought, yeah, that's true. But you've had that for 50 years. Can we maybe for a couple years give another group an opportunity to have a different model of whatever the heteronormative, cisnormative framework we're indoctrinated into by society? So I understand that wish, but like you've got a lot of content in that area.
Yeah, true.
Pass it around a little bit.
True. Breaking, and this is Alex Rubinstein. It is with great sadness I must announce that Gonzalo Lira has passed away in hospital, according to his father. So it's still the same reporting.
Right, but a hospital or a prison?
Well, we'll get to it, I suppose.
Okay.
Who has been fighting to get his son much-needed medical attention for the past weeks. Here is a handwritten note from Gonzalo, which I received on January the 4th. Quote, I have had double pneumonia, both lungs, as well as pneumothorax, a severe case of edema, swelling of the body. All this started in mid-October, but it was ignored by the prison. They only admitted I had pneumonia on December the 22nd hearing. I am about to have a procedure to reduce the edema pressure on my lungs, which is causing me extreme shortness of breath to the point of passing out after minimal activity, or even just talking for 2 minutes. I cannot accept the way my son has died. He has... hang on. What?
That was the end of the letter, and then they're
you should quote.
Yeah. End quote, and then yeah.
I cannot accept the way my son has died. He was tortured, extorted, incommunicado for 8 months and 11 days. Hang on. Are they saying this is he broke that incommunicado with this note? Because that would be, maybe, I don't know. Anyway, and the US Embassy did nothing to help my son. The responsibility of this tragedy is the dictator Zelensky, with the concurrence of a senile American President Joe Biden, Gonzalo's father wrote. Can we get some lulz in chat again? He might be dead, and that would be hilarious. Fuck him.
Yeah, I'm not going to disavow that guy was a piece of shit. And...
Yeah. Although, who's going to jump into your DMs now, Christo?
Oh, thank God that hadn't happened for so long.
Well, to be fair, he had been in jail.
True, yeah. Well, here's the thing. He went to Ukraine.
Yeah.
He was warned multiple times.
Yeah.
He could have left before committing crimes.
Could have done. Yeah. Yeah.
So
yeah.
I'm not like victim blaming. I don't know, consequence. I'm just pointing to cause and effect here. Yeah. Decisions were made.
True, that is another corpse I can finger. If we get onto a hype train, I will finger the corpse of Gonzalo Lira.
Is it too soon? You want to give it a week?
No, it would be an interesting sensation to have a warm puckering around the finger.
Kevin, okay, I'm disavowing that.
Partner push 2024. Unhinged. I think this was one you sent me. There are some shorter ones coming up, so we should be able to look
we'll
through
probably
it.
have like a whole run of like where you're cursing because it's literally a short and it starts and it's halfway finished before you can even set it up.
Almost certainly. What's this? That's MAGA sociopaths. Trump Unhinged. Here we go. Oh, this is another fucking 10-minute one. Oh god.
We don't. Sometimes we don't have to watch the whole things. You know.
True. True. Oh, this is David Pacman.
The Truth Social platform is struggling mightily. We have recently learned about the degree to which Truth Social is struggling when it comes to user activity. But Truth Social is also struggling when it comes to the finances. And as I have said before, a free speech
Coach Deadpool is pretty funny.
Oh, yeah, that's
platform for the sake of
Gonzalo Lira also kind of works.
Being a free speech platform is not that exciting, compelling, or titillating a proposition to most users. And in the same way, when you hear, here is a show that is just, it's a free speech show. Oh, okay, sounds pretty boring if there's really no other reason for existence.
Okay, I'm not listening to David Pacman fucking ramble. What is it?
Yeah, there's... There you go. There's some clips.
About
you
the
can...
country. But despite it all, in the end, there will be a big and glorious victory for those brave and valiant patriots who want to make America great again. We will win, and we will win like never before, and we will turn our country around. Thank you very much.
Yeah, he'll turn the country around. Instead of stock market up, we'll have stock market down. Instead of unemployment down, we'll have...
Okay, is there any more from Triangle?
Entitled to presidential immunity, which I should be, doing the affairs of state. I'm doing the affairs of the President of the United States and doing it well. We wouldn't have any of these problems if I were president. But if I'm not entitled to immunity as president, every other president would get that, then crooked Joe Biden would not be entitled to immunity.
Okay, I mean, listen.
Yeah, cool.
I'm so far, there's no special treatment for one president or another. If there are reasons to say that immune for the same act,
for the horrible job he did in Afghanistan.
That's what he's saying he should be prosecuted for.
Killing soldiers, leaving Americans behind, leaving billions of dollars worth of military, brand new, beautiful military equipment that I bought in the hands
No, the American people bought.
Exactly.
Does he think that was his money? Does he literally think it was his actual money? Because for a start, you don't even pay tax, so you literally didn't buy anything.
Yeah.
of the Taliban, and basically surrendering, and there was no reason. We have to deal through strength.
What?
Notice, by the way, that very interesting cut they just threw in there. This is because Trump struggles to record these in one take. Very unnatural cuts.
All of the horrible things that he's done, allowing the attack on Israel, which would have never happened, the attack on Ukraine, which would have never happened, the possible attack on Taiwan, which possibly will happen.
The possible future attack is Joe Biden's fault.
Losing our energy independence.
By the way, that's a lie. The U.S. produced more oil and natural gas in 2023 than any other country, and then more than the U.S.
but also that's not a good thing though.
Yeah,
in general.
yeah.
Any other year. Just lies all the way down.
But maybe most of all, for purposes of immunity and going after Joe Biden, is allowing millions and millions of people to pour into our border.
Yeah. Millions and millions of people came in through our border under Trump as well. But it's only Biden who should be prosecuted for that.
Coming from jails and prisons, coming from mental
And here we go, the
institutions
dehumanization of people who are seeking asylum.
and terrorists coming by the thousands. If I don't have immunity, then no other president would have immunity, and Joe Biden.
Yeah, good. Yeah, they shouldn't have them. Yeah, I agree, Donald. Yes, people shouldn't be above the law.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sovereign immunity is sus.
Very.
All right.
Would he, as an example, have immunity for all of the money he took from Russia, or for all of the money he took from China?
Remember, there's no evidence of that as well. So listen.
And the Democrats proved that he took like $8 million.
Yeah, I was about to say, but I mean, it's on the wheel, but it seems appropriate now, so I'll just take it off.
It's linked.
Yeah, this is a clip of him literally just admitting it and boasting about it. Yeah. Oh no, that's the wrong one. That is a stiff dick of poop. Thank you for that stiff dick of poop. Well, indeed.
And if I have a hotel and somebody comes in from China, that's a small amount of money. And it sounds like a lot of money. That's a small. But I was doing services for that. People were staying in these massive hotels, these beautiful hotels, because I have the best hotels. I have the best clubs. I have the best clubs. I have great stuff. And they stay there and they pay. I don't get $8 million for doing nothing. And if I have a hotel...
So foreign governments paid you $8 million, which is illegal as fuck.
Yes, he admitted it.
Yeah. But it's okay, because I was servicing them, so that's fine.
But you were president at the time, and you spent most of your time either golfing or on Twitter. So when did you do anything to earn $8 million? Nothing.
Well, to be fair, he did do a lot for foreign countries as well. So.
Well, yeah, like sharing classified documents.
True.
Which has kind of fallen off the radar because there's so
documents.
much to keep track of, yeah.
Thank you, Oda Storin, for gifting us up to Shadamar. This is the opportunity, people. If we get on the hype train, I'm flying to Ukraine, and we are fingering a warm corpse. Okay? Fact. Partner push. 2020 fucking.
I am feeling uncomfortable about this on the day
You
out.
made me watch a fucking rope video. Shut up. You do not get to whine at this point.
Can I just at least make I don't know if I want to do this on air. I'll talk to you about if we could just put this on hold for one episode.
Okay.
Okay.
But you should still give me money.
Yeah, you can still do a hype train.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Choo-choo. Yep.
Appropriate. Fuck you, chat. Fuck you.
You're on the wheel. Now you're off the wheel.
But give me money. But do actually do that. Yeah. Okay. Whoa. I need to get rid of.
Fuck you, chat.
I need to get rid of fuck you, chat. But also, Trump just admits to corruption.
Yeah.
And where's fuck you, chat? Fuck you, chat. Bollocks. Did I get rid of it? No, I didn't. There we go.
Death of penis-shaped dick. Wear 2 gloves.
Thank you.
I know this is mine. I think.
Thank you, Mad Cat Scotty, for gifting us some, and thank you, Oda Stirring with Bits. We're on a hype train. But Christy, the buzzkill, is forcing us to not do the joke. Okay, so what one's this? This is travesty of... Okay, serious faces, people. This is actual serious topic.
Oh yeah, emotional roller coaster, as our show always is.
Indeed.
Exhausting.
Hang on, I've shared the wrong fucking screen.
Oh no, I think this one's okay, unless you're sharing something else.
Ohio woman who miscarried on home toilet is not legally liable, grand jury says.
Criminally liable.
Criminally liable, yes.
By the way, Pandanus Rex says, fuck you, Christy and Kevin. So, yeah, thanks. The grand jury looked at the evidence. So a woman had a miscarriage at her home. She delivered the fetus, and then she went to the hospital or something and reported it and got medical care. And when some nurse reported her to the police, apparently, this is what my understanding is, and the cops went to her house, basically ripped out her toilet to retrieve the remains, and then tried to prosecute her. Yeah. So.
Well, thanks for serving and protecting, police.
Yeah. I mean, we can read through it, but I'm pretty sure that's the basics.
Okay. An Ohio woman facing a criminal charge for her handling of a home miscarriage will not be charged. Turnbull County Prosecutor's Office said grand jurors declined to return an indictment for abuse of a corpse after, Jesus Christ, against Brittany Watts, 34 of Warren, resolving a case that had
woman of color, by the way.
Sparked national attention for its implications of pregnant women as states across the country hash out new laws governing reproductive health care access. A municipal judge had found probable cause to bind over Watson's case. That was after city prosecutors said she miscarried, flushed and scooped out the toilet, then left the house, leaving the 22-week-old fetus lodged in the pipes. Okay, but presumably it wasn't alive anymore. What?
No, but it's abuse of a corpse because
Her attorney told the judge Watts had no criminal record and was being demonised for something that goes on every day. An autopsy determined the fetus died in utero and identified no recent injuries.
So I think that's
yeah.
And the jury went, "Are you fucking kidding me? No, leave this woman alone. She just miscarried her child, and it was probably traumatized, not blood loss. Who knows what?" And
Indeed. Yes. So good news in general, albeit bad news that this was even a fucking thing.
Exactly.
But, like we said, travesty averted. Hello there, Sister Rose. Hello there, everyone. Everyone go and follow Sister Rose. Also, we are still on the hype train. If you want to make the hype train continue to go choo-choo, then you know what to do. Oh, pardon me. Did a burpee. That is inappropriate. Okay, so we get rid of travesty averted. Getting through them. Let's go.
Oh.
Yeah.
I learned so many things on the internet.
Yeah. So this is this is a blind person, I think.
Yes. So here's the thing is that I've realized, a lot of my bubble was just a lack of interaction experience, right? And so I've never had someone in my life who had a visual impairment or was blind, legally blind. So there's just things I don't fucking know. But through the magic of the internet, I get to understand people better and their experiences and learn about them and become a more well-rounded person. Yeah. So, and he's a cute couple.
Yeah, thank you, Boy Peggyman, and yes, I think I
have. Sometime in the past.
I'm blind, and this is how I use a rubber band to see. Okay, so in situations that involve a visual cue, I use the rubber band as a sensory cue. How? Well, for example, let's say I'm using the stove. What I do is I immediately take the rubber band, I twist it, and put it over my thumb. It provides just enough discomfort that I won't forget it's there. Then when I turn off the oven, I return the rubber band.
What else do you use it for?
Oh, the dishwasher, Matthew. I have tripped over this thing too many times. As soon as I open that dishwasher, put the rubber band in place. Say, for example, I get distracted in the middle of a task. I have to go answer the door. I don't do something stupid like this.
And then the match cut.
I'm blind.
That's really well edited.
Yeah, it's a nice match cut. Mm-hmm.
Okay, with your fancy terminology.
Yes.
I see what you did there. Okay. Well, that was interesting. Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
You've taught me a lot today. You have learned me some things.
I'm mothering nations, Kevin.
What was
Do you remember that story? I was interviewing for the massage therapy, and there's sort of white guy who thought he was an Eastern guru, and he told me that he looked in when he looked at me, he saw me mothering nations. Remember that?
Which, I mean, that is...
Yeah.
Honestly, talk about that woman who gave birth to a 25-pound bowling ball or whatever.
23, but yeah.
Yeah, that is. If you're giving birth to entire nations...
Yes.
You've got to hope it's Chile, because I reckon you could birth Chile.
Oh, Swirly
Quite
Curly
narrow.
is visually impaired. Well, hey, I didn't know that, see?
Neither did I, yes. Well,
the question was, what was the channel? Do you still have the...
Oh, I don't, but I can get that
Put
back.
the link in the chat? Yeah.
Yeah, I can go to the history.
Yeah, that's actually, it came up in my thing because my suggestions, because I'd watched another video about, from that, they're a gay couple.
Yeah, they're called Matthew and Paul, 2 guys and a guide dog.
Yes.
Is the thing. So, yes, thank you everyone for the successful hype train, much love. And there is the link to the thing.
Hey, Phantom of Black, you sexy bitch.
True. I thought we could do a what we do in the shadows break.
Yay!
So it's not just conk every time.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go.
just. All right. So spoilers, I guess, but actually no, they're not spoilers. They're little gems for the people who haven't seen the series.
Yeah, we're just gonna do best bits. Yeah.
They're basically there very rarely comes along a show that I would put alongside of Spaced, The Mighty Boosh, Alan Partridge. But I have a feeling that as I get through the series and go back to it, I've already started rewatching it. I stopped in the middle of series 3 to go back to 1 because I wanted to experience it again.
Yeah.
Like that's and yes, this show definitely is going to get in that basket of great comedy.
True. So this is What We Do in the Shadows is an amazing series with created by Jermaine Clement and Tiki Waititi.
Yeah,
with stars
bad.
Matt Berry and various other awesome people, and
and just so well written.
And I watched some of the documentary stuff of the cast and stuff, and Kayvon Novak, is it the guy who plays the chap?
Yeah.
Anyway, I knew him originally from a show called Phone Jacker. I don't know if you remember that, which was basically he how he became famous was they gave him a show basically doing prank calls on people with various different voices, and one of them was like this Eastern European guy, and so he just did that voice. So
what he's doing in the show,
with the voice where he used to, basically he used to just ring people up and like pretend he was going to fix their washer and then piss around with them or whatever, right? That was he just does that now in a major fucking NBC or ABC, whatever fucking they're big American TV show. Yeah.
All right. Kieran Saunders in the chat's trying to help us out. Tika Waititi.
Yeah, that guy. Yeah, that's what I said.
Say it. We're gonna say it a couple times, 3 times, right? Tika Waititi.
David.
Tika Waititi.
Tika Waititi.
Tika Waititi.
Jabba jabba baba. Oh fuck's sake. Tika Waititi.
Yes.
Tika Waititi.
Let us know how we did, Kieran.
I mean, if he was a New Zealand rugby union player, I could do it.
Yes, true.
But no one says his name probably, so it's like
you haven't seen it. If there were other YTTs up there, it would roll off your tongue.
Exactly.
And other Tikas out there.
Joey Rakathoko, don't even start with me, okay? Jonah Lomu, let's have it.
Oh, this is about the fucking raccoons, isn't it?
Yeah.
Shit. You've broken the bloody window.
Master, this is pretty macabre.
Shit. Good. Hey. You're not in love. You may think you are, you dumb fuck, but you're not.
Yeah, well, how do you know the difference?
She's half chicken.
Here we have a sculpture which depicts the moment that my parents conceived me.
Where the fuck am I? I became a vampire to suck blood and to fuck forever.
Guillermo,
Fair.
what are you doing?
That's a t-shirt.
Can you just more quietly, please? I'm trying to sleep.
Or purpose of evasion, so help me.
He's trying to become a citizen.
Yeah.
So help me. So help me. Could I possibly just skip the last bit? So help me. We drank the blood of some people, but the people were on drugs.
Drug
now
blood.
I'm a wizard.
Gizmo, get the dildos. Gizmo, try out the dildos. How are the dildos?
This is on Disney Plus.
They're fine.
Well, your ass looks huge. Not as big as yours, darling.
Shots
Taking it up a notch.
It's a pleasure swing, you fuck nut, not a sex net. That's the sex net.
That's one
I
of
was
my
Jack the
favorite
Ripper.
lines.
Yeah.
I love it when it goes to the attic and it just turns around and the box is labelled orgy stuff.
So I heard that there was some improv done, or like kind of would work it out. But yeah, I mean, or imagine getting that script. That's a sex swing, not a sex net. You fuck nut. That's the sex net.
It's pretty good. It's pretty good. New York City.
Since you're a fucking vampire now.
So high.
We're on drug blood.
Isn't it splendid?
I have never seen such beauty.
What are you doing with your hand? How dare you?
Get your hand off my wife's ample but firm backside.
Creepy paper.
Crepe paper, master?
Creepy. Oh, multi-pack.
The drug blood. Yes, I drank some drug blood.
You stupid bitch, I love you so much! What are you doing?
That's not nice.
For goodness sake!
Oh, shit.
Forget about me!
Just kick them out.
Oh, you okay? I've decided to bury you betwixt my two favorite vaginas. That of my wife and my mother.
Again, the script.
Notorious orgy of 1937.
No. Don't even say the year.
It was a lot of just very terrible chit-chat. I cannot even speak the name of the vampire that organized that monstrosity.
I don't give a fuck. His name was Mike.
Fucking Mike.
It's the owl's egg.
I'm just another schlub driving around Brooklyn with a bunch of jars full of semen.
Oopsies.
Some of the most licentious and transgressive pornography I've ever clapped eyes on.
Chris!
Fuck.
That's a good impression.
As in his dying breath, he said, "Take my hat. It's cool." Yes, it is cool, I thought. Free hat.
Perennial conundrum, nature
It's cursed.
versus nurture.
It's the joke.
Fuck up.
Creatures with sharp teeth, stupid accents.
Have you gone soft, my sweet syrup pie?
No, my sweet syrup pie, I've gone hard. Elvis, you traitor!
37 wives, and you still cannot read the room and a woman needs some attention.
What's that smell? Hey, I got the roast. Fuck. I have the power of 1,000 cowboys running through my veins right now.
Sizzle life. Hanging out with my 3 favorite gerbils.
Oh, shit. I'm going to make a chalice out of her face and drink from it.
Feel like a real vampire.
Don't push it.
What's that over there?
Where?
The Empire State Building, I think. Is that it right there?
What the? Whoops. Shit.
You can leave with me right now, or watch these hot buns walk out the door forever.
Hey, we're just watching Twilight, see?
Familiars are pathetic, lonely, desperate, low IQ, sad.
Just kidding. I'm fine. I'm fine. Just a little fire.
Waste all this dust on the floor in the shape of a body. Reminds me of Carol. You know how she's kind of like that shape and that smell. Yeah, Mo? Did you kill Carol?
In the words of Stephanie Germanata, was I born this way?
MILFs, even better.
It's now sung in every schoolyard across the land. But this is the original. Stroke, stroke, stroke your cock.
You kept the hat, you bloody flunker! Who is leaving all these bodies everywhere?
You did that.
The song is called Transformation.
Bad. Some genitalia on show there that would make a human go, what is that exactly?
Are you dead?
I think I swallowed the harmonica. Where is that thing?
In London, mate. No, that's not good. This is science.
But this is a turtle.
Is that what I think it is?
No, it's not, you little pervert. It's an engagement ring.
What is it now?
Pussy?
Go away!
Cornelius Dong's Adventures in the Boner Brigade.
Exactly. That never came out in hardback.
Bazinga is the war cry of Sheldon.
You just punched Jeremy!
Fuck Jeremy! I love this little slut. And I love you, my little whore.
Not everyone is lucky enough to hold their great-great-great-great-grandfather's penis.
I'm not going to thrust exercises with a dog. It is like hot onion water.
What is this? I don't know. A wiggle is what you called it.
The man knows his cars.
Hey. What in the Sam Hill?
Got to change to later in the evening.
How did you do that?
I called in a bomb scare.
All out, smoke grass, let's go. You got it.
I feel a huge injustice has occurred here today, and it needs addressing.
And what's that?
Well, this chap has the hair of a paedophile.
I feel like I've become invisible to everyone. And that
It's the I like silly humour, right? So the bit where he goes, "Can I approach the bitch?" Excuse me.
Yes.
I said, "Can I approach the bench?" What did you think I said? Just ridiculous. Stop chatting to people, Christy.
Yes.
Stop it. I see you in chat. Stop giving me the algorithmic boost of talking to people.
hurts, you know.
Wow. So this is what we're doing now? We're just gonna pair Guillermo with the doll for interviews? That's where we're going? Really, just get all the B team interviews done at the same time? Nice. Real nice, guys.
Oh, boo fucking who?
Perhaps one of my suitors will want to compete for a shiny trinket? Yummy.
Or perhaps fuck that. Bat! He's my homeboy, my rotten soldier. He's my sweet cheese, my good time boy.
He's my good time boy.
Yes. Good stuff.
Well, if that didn't turn you on, nothing will.
Yeah, there's been a
And
lot
the
of sex
snifty
talk on
kapoo.
the show tonight.
Been a lot of what, sorry?
A lot of, well, we had some kink earlier on. Now we
Yeah.
have some more very overtly sexual
It
conversations.
has been very sexual tonight. Thank you,
Yeah.
Irish Historian, for your sexual gift of a sub. Anyway, what one was it again? Oh, Elon is still super divorced. Yes. Which is a thing you sent to me, which was that one.
I think I remember what this is, and I still, now that I remember what it is, I can't fucking believe he actually did this.
Well, I don't know what this is, but fair enough.
No, you don't, but you're gonna know in a second.
Okay, so SpaceX reveals
Oh.
cringeworthy Elon Musk staff meeting video at the center of Wall Street Journal drug allegations.
Yeah, the one. Okay, this isn't what I thought it was. I don't know if this was on there, but Elon Musk's first wife. I saw coverage of her giving an interview in the media, and in it, she explained, because she's the mother of his first 5 children.
Yes.
The way that she learned that he was divorcing her was she showed up at their marriage therapy counseling session, and he had the counselor tell her. He didn't even show up. He's like, "Tell her I want out. I'm out." And then he's like engaged to someone else a couple weeks later.
Lovely man.
Mm-hmm.
And that, I'm sure that second marriage broke down, did it?
No. I mean, we don't have to watch this because it's fucking long. But yeah, he had this meeting where he was slurring his words and giving rambling answers. And after his appearance, okay, it's pretty long.
Oh, okay. Oh, well, rather than. Fuck it. But yeah, okay. It wouldn't surprise me that he's a drug eater.
People are like, is he on drugs? He's making no sense.
Yeah, because he's a freak. Yeah. Anyway. Yeah, so he's an evil bastard is the basic gist.
Yes, it still always was. Seems to be like he has been for a long time, and by choice.
Yeah.
He's black. He's red pilled himself and black pilled himself and white pilled himself, and apparently he does have a drug issue. He's
Clearly.
taking every pill.
I was
he
about to
can get his
say,
hands on.
clearly pills are a thing for him. Yeah.
Yep.
Stop it. Get some help.
So, I don't know which one this one was, but you sent it to me.
It might just be election felon in the.
Okay, we're scrolling. We're scrolling, people.
Scrolling. Get that
Smurf
little
tie?
scroll.
No, it's not Smurf tie.
No, it was. Was it before Smurf tie?
I think it
After.
was. We are still going. We're still going.
I'll see
We're
if I
at
can help.
micro something or other. I can't. What is this?
Micro what?
Micro dick.
Wave.
I don't know. drunk. What on earth is happening here?
Let's
No,
see.
I don't know. It was a fucking felon or something. I don't know what's happening.
Trump unhinged. Christie out.
Thank you, Brad Fettin, for resubscribing for 29 months.
Oh yeah, some okay, we can't find it. So do you know what one do you know her? Do you see that one above Smurf Die?
Do you know her? Oh
Mhm.
shit, hang on. I found it, shop.
Yeah, because you're like my expert on far right fuckheads.
I think
And I
I think
hadn't-
she's on the wheel as well, if I recall.
Okay, well we'll do it for then.
Oh fuck's sake, yeah, okay, I'll turn off the fucking ad block. Fucking NBC, you pricks. Okay, Republican on the Maryland election board resigns after Jan 6th arrest. Carlos Ayala was the front of the mob of rioters tried to breach the building and shoved his flagpole through a broken window, according to an FBI affidavit.
Oh yeah, this guy is on a fucking elections board.
Mental.
Yes, I don't know where they talk about it, but he resigned as a Republican member of the Maryland State Board of Elections.
Wow, American democracy is in safe hands, people. No need to worry there.
Yeah, so when we talk about
At
election
all.
felonies, this guy used to be in charge of elections, and now he has multiple felonies.
These are things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Correct. We'll get into it. Oh, hang on. Oh, hang on. Oh. Election felon. Oh. Yeah, this is a weird one. Okay, so South Africa have taken Israel to the International Court of Justice, or sorry, International Criminal Court.
Yeah, I have seen coverage of this.
Yeah.
And I went, interesting.
It's fucking mental. Frankly, a lot of the media didn't want to report on South Africa laying out their case on the first day, but have been reporting on Israel refuting that, which is interesting.
Yeah.
This one clip I found of I mean, for a start, there was a very funny bit where on Twitch there was a guy doing a Hamas count where he was watching along and telling the amount of times they mentioned Hamas, and he filled up his entire page. It's ridiculous.
Right. Yeah.
I
mean, here's my opinion.
Go on then.
Let them make their case.
Yeah.
I mean, why are people freaking out? I mean, this is what the International Criminal Court is for.
Yeah.
And if there is no merit, then Israel, the state, the government has nothing to worry about.
Yeah.
And so let them be heard, is my take on this.
Yeah. So this is an interesting attempt at defense.
The requested measures seek to reverse the Bosnia case. When provisional measures were ordered in that case, the armed conflict was still in progress. The allegations in that case were similar to those made in this case. Bosnia and Herzegovina specifically requested a provisional measure requiring Yugoslavia to cease and desist from any and all types of military or paramilitary activities against the people, state, and government of Bosnia and Herzegovina. But the court did not grant it.
So they're literally doing the Serbian nationalist argument here, right? So their defense of themselves is, we're just like Slobodan Milosevic.
Yeah, I was hoping we were going to hear from the South African advocates, but I didn't realize what clip you had queued up, so I was really disappointed.
Yeah.
And whatever.
Yeah.
No.
It's an interesting defense.
Yeah.
We'll see how that plays out. I mean, the fact that a number of people who did that genocide have actually been convicted at the ICC doesn't bode well for you making that argument.
Which is why let South Africa make their case.
Yeah, indeed. Thank you, Wayward Historian, for gifting us up to Maria End. Much love. Anyway, yeah, we'll check back in with Israel and South Africa and see how well that's going. I'm sure it'll be absolutely delightful.
Oh yeah, he's out. He's out.
Chris Christie, he's bowed out. He was so close, Christie. He was so close. He could have done it. He could have won.
He was, within the margin of error of 0.
Exactly, literally, absolutely pointless. What a waste of time, but it was fun, I guess. Who are we down to now? It's not many, is it?
That's what I was gonna say. Like, I don't have the thing from the chat, but I know we've got it pinned, and your people in the Discord are quite diligent about knowing where things are. So
we've got Vivek. It rhymes with snake. Donald Trumpino.
Trump and DeSantis weren't on because DeSantis was the big up and comer, and we were like to evens. So DeSantis actually is a freebie, like when he drops out.
Yeah. Okay. So we know we've got Nikki Haley then and Vivek are the only ones left that we did, didn't we?
Yeah. So are we one each?
I don't know. I mean,
does anyone have the link?
I don't know if I have Nikki. If not, I've already won.
Yeah, true. This is what we need to know.
Yeah. But either way, Chris Christie, can we get some RIPs in chat? He is actually dead.
He was never going to win. So
No.
Dropping out before Iowa is probably a good idea.
True. He's never going to make it to North Dakota.
Never. Yeah.
Yeah, Christy sent me a thing.
It won't get copyright claimed because it's a cover. Is what I was thinking.
Okay, well, we'll see. we'll see. Yeah. I mean, that was why all of the Descents of Manosphere all had like acoustic covers of songs.
Yes, at the end.
Yeah, because they would get the actual proper ones would get like copyrighted.
Properly,
so fuck.
Yeah.
Anyway, is that a dog in the background as well? And a cat. Oh my god, it's a menagerie.
Yes. You look at him, you're like, okay, this is not going to be good, right? But think Johnny Cash.
What, dead?
When you were here before, I couldn't look you in the eye.
Oh, hello.
You're just like an angel. Your skin makes me cry, and you float like a feather in a beautiful world. I wish I was special. You're so fucking special, but I'm a creep. I'm a widow. What the hell am I doing here? I don't belong here. Don't care if it hurts. I wanna have control. I want a perfect body. I want a perfect soul. And I want you to notice when I'm not around. You're so fucking special. I wish I was special, but I'm a creep. I'm a widow. What the hell am I doing here? I don't belong here. And she's running out the door. She's running out. She run.
Cat.
Whatever makes you happy, whatever you want, you're so fucking special. special. But I'm a creep. I'm a weirdo. What the hell am I doing here? I don't belong here. I don't belong here.
Oh, that was amazing.
Yeah, right?
I love that, yeah. That was really good.
Yeah, because initially I saw him and I went creep, and I think I accidentally hit it, and then he started singing. I was like, holy shit. Because
Yeah, that
you
was
kind of like,
surprising.
oh, old guy with a guitar, but it's
Yeah.
yeah.
That was nice, yeah.
Yeah, let maybe all rock all the way to our last day.
True.
All right, we go.
So from something nice to something not nice.
Yeah, emotional roller coaster.
Yeah.
Emotional damage from a roller coaster. You're gonna have like whiplash.
True. Hang on a minute, I think. No. Why can I never find the one we want? God, I hate the fucking world so much. There we go. Jesus, content Christ. Trumpism is a murder fantasy. Okay. If you insist.
Yeah, that's probably sociopaths. Yeah, that's another way of.
Well, I'm just reading out what the person says. Trumpism is a murder fantasy. CTD. Okay. Texas Governor Greg Abbott, naturally, tells Dana Loesch the only thing we're not doing is shooting people crossing the border because the Biden administration would charge us with murder. What?
Yeah.
So
actual quote from the governor of Texas.
If we did murder, the government would charge us with murder.
Mm-hmm. Imagine that.
So it's not just the president who wants immunity now. All Republicans just want to be able to do crimes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Unbelievable. Because, that's what Jesus taught. If you can get away with murder, go for it.
Exactly, yeah. Blessed are the murderers, for they shall murder the earth. Well, he's really referring to all people who take life, rather than specifically just murderers. It's a little not Blackadder, Monty Python reference.
Mm. All right, maybe something happy on the wheel now.
I don't know that we've got much
Weird
that's
shit.
happy. I don't know that there is anything happy remaining, Christy, if I'm totally honest.
Oh no, we're going to have to find something.
Yeah. Driving people off shitter. Here we go. Load, you prick. Right. I don't know what the fuck this is. Okay, so Southwest Airlines says all female flight crew go off Queens.
Yeah. Twitter lost its fucking shit. Shitter lost its shit.
Holy shit, the Twitter Nazis were so triggered by an all-female flight crew that SWA had to delete this tweet. Really?
Yes.
Oh my god.
Yes. If you go and look at it, because I just went to see, I went to look to see their next post.
Yeah.
And they were like, are you going to get pictures of the all-male crew now? Woke. I'm like, there's always fucking male crews. That's the point, you dumb shit.
Most crews that have ever existed have been all-male crews.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But yeah, they basically got bullied into taking it down.
Amazing. Well, Twitter is just a Nazi hellscape. One of the stories that does remain is a very interesting and kind of funny story in a way, but because it involves people of a certain religious persuasion, the Nazis have been all over it, of course. We'll get to it. Don't you worry. It's a fun little stupid story that should just be that. But Nazis can't have it. They won't let fun happen. That's what they do. There we go, straight away. The wheel knew.
Yep.
Okay. Are you aware, Christy, of the tunneling Jews?
I did see this, and I was like, what the fuck?
It's the most mental story.
Yeah, apparently this has to do with their particular sex beliefs about You just go ahead.
It's some shit I don't even really know. Right, okay. So I was first alerted to this by this video, right? Which I thought was like a shit post about like Orthodox Jewish people and Hamas digging tunnels. So I thought like it was a shit post joke video.
Mm-hmm.
But it isn't. It's an actual video of a Jewish man escaping a tunnel that he was helping to build under a synagogue in New York.
Yes. Like 9 people got arrested for this shit.
Yeah, look, he looks like what? And then he just runs away. What are you doing? What?
Come back, Aurora.
What the fuck is it's so mental? It's so mental.
Yeah, they actually damaged the structural integrity of the buildings around them.
Yeah. Absolutely, yeah. So this also happened, right? So they were arresting these people. And again, it gets fast forwarded, but like the Jews start kicking off as you do, and so there's like a kind of mini riot inside a synagogue. The pepper spray was used and shit.
What? Yeah.
I don't know.
What is this fucking timeline?
It's so weird. It's so fucking weird. Yeah, and this is the actual the tunnel. Obviously the police had to go and investigate.
Yeah.
So they go down the tunnel, and it's just they were like there were people sleeping down there and shit. It was like a full time.
Yeah.
Because it's building a tunnel. So yeah.
Something to do about like making room for stuff for when the Messiah comes, or I don't.
I have no idea. I don't know what it was about.
I think this is kind of like an off-brand Judaism. This isn't like a traditional.
No, this is Hasidic.
The main 3, I think.
This is Hasidic Jewish temple thing, but I don't know what they were digging. I don't know why, because they've got doors. So but the people who run the synagogue literally thanked the police and said that the people who were digging the tunnel were bad, so they were like on the police's side.
Why didn't you call the police then?
Presumably they did at some point. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know how it all
COVID lockdown. Really?
Like, WTF face.
Yeah.
Why? All I can ask is why over and over and over again.
Yeah, it's very, very strange. So that was it. So that should just be like a kind of interesting, weird, wacky story. But because it involves Jewish people, the Nazis have been going mental about it. Like, oh, it's a secret pedophile place. There's no evidence for that, but they're all saying it because why not? Just any reason to be anti-Semitic.
Of course, any reason.
Yeah.
It wouldn't matter. Yeah, anything. They'll just glom onto anything because they're desperate little pieces of shit.
Exactly, yeah. So that happened. Yeah. Naturally. Yeah, so that was well done to the tunneling Hasidic Jews of Brooklyn for being mental. Anyway.
Yeah, just again, this fucking timeline. I sent you something that's probably
also,
more
did you like
fun.
the Beastie Boys reference of no tunnels till Brooklyn?
Oh,
you're very welcome. That's a little extra.
Yeah,
I'll love to sprinkle in some little silly jokes, you know.
I found as a compilation video. Don't have to watch them all, but to end on a bit of a funnier note. It's linked in our conversation.
Oh, is it indeed?
Yeah, I just found it while we were finishing up the No Tunnels Till Brooklyn.
Civil War love saga. What the fuck?
Yeah,
okay.
we can finish on that. I'm still waiting. I'm fascinated what Toilet Paper USA is.
Oh, that's the one you asked about. The one, the woman. Do I know this woman?
Oh, okay.
Wineapalooza. The UK government spent a fuck ton of money on wine. Is that story?
Did you see this before I sent it to you?
Yeah, no, mental, a ridiculous amount of money. Yeah.
I think my comment to you was, this is a person's annual salary. They spent £27,000 on booze in 1 year or 2 years.
Fucking stupid. Really stupid. Right, Toilet Paper USA, let's go. So this was the one you asked me about, and it's a play on TP USA, because that's the organisation.
Oh, right, yes.
Which is, and you said, do you know her? And I'll be honest with you, I do not know her.
Okay, all right.
Where is she? That's no. Election felon. That's hang on. Is it? Oh, is it even further back than that? Good lord.
No.
We really do need a better system than this.
Yes, we've got to figure something out.
Oh, fucking hell.
Let me see if I can help.
Literally fucking end everything. That's 50 states. That's
Wow,
sex
tragedy
pest
averted.
out. Mouse secretly filmed tidying man's shed.
Oh yeah, watch that. That's amazing. That's
Okay.
way yeah.
Well, this wasn't on the wheel.
Oh, so basically, some Toilet Paper USA broke its association with some other fucking Nazi. Was basically the.
Yeah, TPUSA is gone. Moving on. So the wheel.
Oh, and by the way, because it didn't end up there, but Florida Republican Party votes to oust the man accused of sexual assault who was running their party.
Yeah. Imagine being so scruffy that a mouse is cleaning up for you.
Oh God, did we do suck my cannonballs?
No, what's that?
All right, I'll reply. There's a couple stragglers.
Okay.
So
this is a mouse tidying up after a dude or something.
yeah, there's a video.
Yeah, there is. We are watching a mouse.
Apparently, he would come back into his shed in the morning, and it would be like stuff would be put into this little box that wasn't there in the morning. And finally, he set up a camera and recorded, and this is what he found. There's this like little mouse. He comes in. I don't know what he gave him a name.
Mouse.
Welsh Tidy Mouse. I call him Welsh Tidy Mouse.
Fair enough. Yeah. And to be fair, he's a Welsh mouse who is tidying, so
Yeah,
that
and
makes
so
a
he
lot of sense.
purposely leaves things out to give him something to do, make him feel useful on a night.
We'll give him a night off.
And I know the spouse is like, this fucking guy, he's such a slob. Oh my God, why doesn't he learn how to tidy?
Yeah.
I put things away. Why doesn't he put them back?
And they call us vermin. Jesus. Like, look, that's a big old piece of cork.
Yeah, just really.
Look at that, he's dragging him from age. Oh my God.
He's dedicated.
That is a dedicated Welsh tidy mouse. Go on, lad. Is that a shot glass? What the fuck? That's amazing shit.
He's got, just likes things tidy. Just
That's
likes
fair
likes
enough.
them.
Maybe it's an OCD mouse.
I was thinking that, but then I felt like it would be bad to say.
Oh no. Oh, I feel bad for the mouse now. I do hope it's not a mentally unsound. Unsound? That's not the right
No,
phrase.
I mean, just people with OCD, they just have a mental tick. Like, they need things done in a certain way, in particular. That's
What's? Oh my God. What the fuck is this? Why are you sending me weird shite? Okay.
Say a cannon's not an instrument. I disagree 110%. Say it's dangerous, but I don't give an F. And I don't care if the percussionist go deaf. Oh shit, that last one hit the loudest. Ow. Well, she was always pitchy anyhow. Oh no, that cannon's pointing straight into the crowd. To cover up the scream by playing extra loud. Hey musician, say musicians should be prohibited from concert halls. Can suck my cannon balls. Say a cannon's not an instrument.
Okay. You've sent me some fucking mental shit today. Now, this feels like old happy hour. You went sensible for quite a while, and now tonight you've let one. Yeah, you've let it go.
It shows the two sides that live in my brain.
True.
Oh my gosh, cat videos, and then oh no, here's this thing. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so this is Civil War Love Saga compilation 2020 to 2021.
We don't have to do the whole saga tonight. We can break this up if we feel like it's going long. But we've got time. We've got like a half hour, so.
What do you mean we've got half hour? We've got
It's
We've got all the time in
well,
the
yeah,
world.
Normally we finish up around 10, but
Yeah.
Okay. True.
We gather here today to mourn the loss of beloved Jebediah Smith, who was a patriot and a man of God. He lives on in all of our hearts, especially the hearts of his beloved wife.
What do you mean, what am I doing after
and
this?
their 6
My husband
children.
just died. It's 1865. There's nothing to do. Yeah, I know that.
Prudence,
You know, like,
Martha,
do you need company?
Ebenezer.
Oh, are you trying? You're trying to come over?
Christ
Yeah,
here,
I'm like
and
trying to
we
come
will
over.
always
You should
remember
have said
him
something.
And
I
his breathing.
know.
And
Fuck, you don't have to ask me twice. You're so good.
I don't know, like your husband just died. I'm trying to be respectful.
You don't have to worry. You were gonna kill him anyway.
I mean, I know. I mean, thank God for horses, right, though?
Yeah, the horse said gay rights. The horse is an ally.
Yeah, I'll see you after this. Is everything all right, ladies? The pain is just too much to bear, and I'm helping her bear it. I see. May God be with you both.
I thought you liked the priest foreplay.
I do. It's just that I'm afraid of our actual priest finding out and us getting caught. It's it's scary in a sexy way.
God
I
damn
would
it,
say.
the ladies from church are coming this way.
Hi. How wonderful it is to see you today. And you as well.
It must have been so tough to have to move in together with each other after your husbands died. I must ask, what do you talk about all day?
God, for sure. He's number one. Our dead husbands and how much we miss them. Rest in peace. Oh, our kids. Yeah, it's been tough.
Well, thank Jesus for bringing the two of you closer together.
And I will tell him you said that. That was a joke. Thanks. Thank you. All I'm saying is that a little arsenic in Jebediah's tea and we are good to go. We are Gucci. Fuck, we got company. Hi.
Meredith, we just heard that Samuel passed away while he was off at battle.
Yeah, it's like tragic. Super tragic. No, yeah, it's like super tragic. Dysentery is a bitch.
Oh, well,
Grief manifests in fun.
Christy, this is shit.
Yeah, I'm sorry. They're normally funnier. It was kind of a shot in the dark, so the ones I saw were funny.
Oh, okay.
But this is a compilation.
Well,
so I think
find the ones that are funny and come back to me with them.
Okay. So, I think that's it. That's the show. We're ending on a. This isn't very good.
Yeah.
Sorry, everyone. I really feel let down here by what's her name?
Well, I mean, yeah. Hello?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Oh, okay. Sorry, you cut out.
Okay.
What? Okay. Hang on. I'm trying to see if the thing will show us any interesting bits, and it just isn't. There's nothing. Yeah, there's nothing there.
Conk. There's some conk.
There was
down there.
conk. Okay, we can do conk. Boom. Is it going to? What the fuck, man? YouTube is so shit tonight.
A bit laggy. Yeah.
Who are you?
I'm Ian Borden. I'm a professor of architecture at University College London.
What is a building?
A building is anything that anyone has built.
So my shoes are a building. How many three wise men were there? I don't understand bread sauce.
It's a great way of making a really savoury sauce.
Bread and sauce are two completely different things, aren't they?
Well, they are, but you can grind the bread down and then cook it in milk to make a really good sauce.
It just looks like sort of jizz. When Henry died,
see, there's no argument. There's no argument against the point.
Yeah, you can't come back against that.
It does look like jizz. Fact.
King, aged just 9 years old. Edward died aged 15, the youngest anyone had ever died of old age. When you teach a kid Shakespeare, do their heads grow physically bigger?
No.
It's comforting, isn't it, to realise we don't have nuclear weapons these days?
Well, it depends who you mean by we. The British have got nuclear weapons and have recently indeed decided to increase their the
no
number of
comeback.
warheads that
Yes.
they possess.
Yeah, but they're blanks, aren't they? They're full of blanks.
No, not at all. No. These are fully capable missile systems
full
with
of
nuclear
blanks.
warheads. Many other states have them.
Oh, sweet.
I'm afraid that nuclear war and the threat of nuclear destruction remains very much with us.
Why is he pronouncing it like Americans pronounce it? Nuclear. It's actually not that difficult a word.
Oh, poor thing.
Oh.
Right, can we talk about something a bit more cheerful?
Anything you like.
Oh. Do you like ABBA?
I love ABBA.
When a feminist looks in the mirror, Do they see an equal woman or a better woman?
They quite often, like all of us, look for what they want to see and they look for what they hope to see.
You see yourself back to front, don't you, in a mirror? Not upside down. Why is that?
Well, hopefully, because that's the way that mirrors
It's
are
an
designed.
overactive child that just needs
Yes.
to just calm down a bit.
Yep, a 5-year-old in a 30-something, year old woman's body.
Yeah.
What power's a mirror? Sorry, you're not the mirrors expert, are you? And Granny?
What power's a mirror? It's an amazing question. And she's actually really clever, although she does actually sound like this. When you
When
hear her
she
talk,
speaks, yeah.
she does actually sound like, yeah. Anyway, I was doing the audition for the show, and she says she sounds stupid, but she's actually very clever. Yeah.
She'd have to be
Insult
clever
to
to
injury,
do this
that
character.
money will most likely have a picture of a man on it, because most banknotes
Well, they-
don't have women.
That they possess.
Oh shit! Hang on. Oh, skipped back for some reason. Anyway, yeah, they originally wanted her to play this as like a posh actor, a posh accent character, and so she went in and did the audition for this, and she just went, "Can I just try it in my accent? Because I think it would be funnier." And they were like, "Yeah, no, that's way funnier."
Who's on all of them. Maybe one day, human beings won't need buildings anymore. Although, for that to happen, we'd probably need to evolve skins made of bricks. And that might take at least another 30 years. Macbeth is startled at dinner by the unexpected appearance of Banquo's ghost, played here for some reason by the letter H.
Which of you have done this?
What's so great about Henry VIII? Why is he the king we all still remember, unlike, say, Richard V? Well, for one thing, he was fat, so he takes up more room in the memory.
True.
The Andromeda Galaxy is going to hit us.
The Andromeda Galaxy, a whole galaxy is going to hit us.
Yeah. On about the same time scale, actually.
So could we fall down a black hole?
Yeah, you could fall into one.
Is that the same? Because I heard that you could be, if, this is one way that the world could end, is that we're all just sucked off through a hole.
It's
I mean, that must be terrible. Can you imagine?
How do you keep a straight face asking that question?
I would break.
Yeah. Look, I broke
absolutely.
just reading out the name of a Swedish journalist.
Yes.
There's no fucking way.
Imagine what it would feel like to be sucked off through a hole.
Yeah.
Back in Queen Victorian times,
Based.
women weren't allowed to vote, even though we had a female king. So some women formed a gang called the suffragettes. 1 in 20 people has been a victim of crime, which means that 19 out of 20 people are criminals. No wonder we need police.
True.
Over the centuries, many things have been used as money, including amber, wheat, eggs, travellers' checks, feathers, book vouchers, lobsters, beads, gold, leather, nectar points, rice, peas, mugs and money. It was only the last of these that caught on. It's almost unbelievable that before Charles Darwin invented evolution in 1859, no one had ever evolved. Without him, none of us would be here today, except in the form of fossils or gibbons. This is the National Theatre. It's designed to look so horrible that people are glad to be inside watching boring plays. Today, Britain
so
stands
good.
at a fork in its crossroads, and its people are asking questions. Now we've got our country back. What actually is it? Who are we, and why? You know when you read a word in a book, and you sort of hear that word in your head, how do they get the sounds into the ink to make it play in your head?
Well,
She wrote, "The world to an end will come in 1881, a claim which has recently been debunked by experts through a careful process of looking around and seeing the world still here."
True.
Today, some people choose to turn the outside of their homes into a giant advent crown. A jolly house covered in electric lights may be expensive and use a lot of power, but it's the perfect way to cheer up a world worried about climate change and dwindling resources. Queen Elizabeth I got a crown screwed on here in Westminster Abbey.
Oh, no Gesundheit there. What's?
Oh, did you sneeze? I didn't hear it.
Wow.
I just heard.
Thank you.
I didn't know that was a sneeze.
Well,
I wasn't.
Say it.
Gesundheit.
Sorry for that from German.
Gesundheit.
It was in this ship Drake became the first person to circumcise the globe, which is probably why this sort of ship is called a clipper. People genuinely believed witches were amongst them. Their fear fueled by leaked photos like this. Did an explorer ever try to sail into the sky? You know, find a bit of sea that's sort of going up and...
No.
We're often told to feel sorry for those who are alone at Christmas. But these days, that's all of us, and it's brilliant. Why did Nelson always have one hand up his jumper? What was he doing up there?
He'd lost most of his right arm, so...
The pagans celebrated the solstice by cutting down holly and ivy and dragging it into their homes, along with a giant Yule log which they'd set fire to. It sounds rubbish, but with no app store to speak of, killing trees and plants was as good as entertainment for, even at Christmas. Despite being the stuff of nightmares, Santa is the world's most popular home intruder. But at Christmas 1914, there was a brief ceasefire. The fighting stopped. Soldiers got out of their holes and joined together in a place called No Man's Land, showing that even at moments of peace, men will still divide into two sides and try to beat one another.
Fucking brilliant.
That's called feminist critique.
That is amazeballs.
All right, much better.
Christy, what have you got coming up on your channel?
I've got so much. I've got book club. I got like data feminism. I got discussions with an attorney tomorrow night around 7, if it all goes out well, about whatever I said before, the Supreme Court thing. Yeah, so lots of stuff before Sunday. And then, of course, D&D is back on the Rolling Left channel, so I will be streaming. I'm streaming so much. I'm doing a book chapter, then a content stream, then D&D, and till 4 in the morning. And I wake up on Sunday, do another hour of a book chapter, and then I run a 3-hour game on Rolling Left.
Nice.
I am basically streaming this weekend with breaks.
Well, good. Well, I'm glad. I'm glad to see you've descended into the pit of degeneracy that is streaming.
Yes.
Good.
And yourself, Kevin, what do you got coming up on your channel?
Firstly, I'm going to send everyone over to SK the Crusader. And I'll be back tomorrow where I look at some things.
Oh, okay. Cool. Things to look at.
Yeah. I asked for links and stuff last week, and then I got ill, so I didn't do them. So I'll go through the stream suggestions tomorrow, probably, I reckon. Do that.
Yeah.
Should be mental, I'm sure.
Sounds like a plan.
I'm putting the terms of service compliance into the hands of the people from the Discord, which that is a bad idea. But we're going there, okay? Thank you, everyone, for listening and watching. Thank you for all of your support. Go and check out Christy on the various platforms on which she resides.
Whoop, whoop.
And, yeah, stay awesome. It's goodbye from me and goodbye from German Bender. Say goodbye, Christy.
Goodbye, Christy.